Clubby TV. This stream brought to you by BWS.
Yes!
Once again, need game day bevvies. BWS is here for it. Currently joined by Dyl Buckley and Flannas. Boys, how are we?
How are we?
We're good. We're going very nicely.
Got yourself a little doozy.
I do have a doozy. It's a great little beverage, the doozy. It's a BWS special that you can get down there. It's Will Hayward, Ollie Florett, and Isaac Heaney make these great seltzers. They've also got the half vodka, lemonade, and iced tea.
Do you mind if I have one of these?
Absolutely.
Do you mind?
No, jump in. Have a doozy.
Have a doozy.
Have a doozy.
Knuckle in.
I will.
There.
You get them at BWS.
Yeah. But just drink responsibly, thank you, Dylan.
Of course.
We will be joined by Mack later on. He's just at football training as we speak for the Surrey Park Panthers. He's making sure he's getting picks this week. But Flannas, I want to start with you, mate. I want to get your thoughts on this match. How do Brisbane and Collingwood compare facing off?
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, make sure you cheers.
Go right.
Jesus.
Flannas, I want your analysis on these two teams to start off with, mate. What's the comparison between these two teams?
Well, I saw them both firsthand last weekend at Gather Round. Lions were phenomenal in their big comeback against the Bulldogs, 40 points down, and then just reeled them in. And they just continue to impress every time they take the field at the moment. And the Pies were equally as impressive against my Schwannies last week. After Joel and Marty went down, they just took over that game and dominated for the second half. So both been extremely impressive teams this year. Interesting stat to note, the Pies have only got 4 blokes averaging over 20 disposals this year, while the Lions have 7. And the Pies don't have a single goal scorer in double figures this year, whereas the Lions have 3. So the disposal getters is with the Lions and the scoring power is with the Lions.
Wow.
Gee whiz. Collingwood relying on a lot of sporadic goal scorers and not so much on the keys. Well, we saw Eric Hipwood have a half of football like no other last week, and hopefully he can get that done again. Dyl, I'd like to ask you your predictions for this game. What are you seeing for tonight's match?
Well, not as good research as for you guys. I will say this. I actually was at the game as well. I saw the Pies versus Swans, and it's interesting, isn't it? Like, their older players keep getting sort of ridden off, and they're getting older, but still Sidebottom, what he's been able to do will be huge. And going head to head tonight, if he gets with McCluggage, is going to be huge. Now we have our AFL fantasy at the moment. I have McCluggage in my team, and he is dominating.
I have Steele.
There you go. Yeah. So it could be a big battle. Like, he's been the number one Supercoach player at the moment. So yeah, loving what he's up to. Who wins tonight for me? I think Brisbane get it done at home. They're known to be late, slow starters as well. So it's almost like I'm not going to be panicking if they're down at half time, because they've been coming back strong in most of their games. Yeah.
Your mate Dane Zorko, he's been playing.
He's pretty good. Good young kid.
Benjamin Button.
He's like 36 years old, and he could be the oldest All Australian ever.
He looks about 26.
I know.
He looks pretty young for a 30-something-year-old. We do have Bede behind the desk as well. He'll be chiming in when he can. Just a reminder as well for everyone watching at home, we do have our Discord. You can jump on, a little bit of a talk back, give us your thoughts and feelings, and we'll listen to you on the stream as well. We've got our BWS Back Your Banter before we start the game. Here is our
just before you get into that,
there we go.
Just move your mic to the other side of your neck.
I'm also going to do that too. Very smart there by Scott.
Is mine all good?
Flannas, you said, who were those blokes that you said are averaging less than, was it 10 or 15 for Collingwood?
I said 20 or more. So Collingwood have got 4 blokes who have 20 or more, whereas Brisbane have 7.
Dyl, guess them.
So 20 or more disposals.
Yeah,
for
averaging
Collingwood.
for the Pies.
They're averaging 20 or more, and there's 10 of them.
There's 4 of them at the Pies.
So it'd have to be Sidebottom.
Sidebottom is 1.
Dacos. Nick.
Dacos is 2.
Oh, this would be tough.
Would you go? Can you give me? Are they midfielders?
They are midfielders. Yep.
Okay.
It's got to be Josh.
Josh is it 2 Dacoses?
Yeah, Josh is in there.
Okay. So there's only one more then.
Actually, sorry, there's 2 more.
Okay, there's 5. Okay, there's 5.
There's a flaw in the Flannas stat.
Yeah. Apologies. Apologies for this. Then you'd have to go, and they've played all the games, or
I've just got averages here.
averages? Okay.
Yeah.
Degoe?
Not Degoe. No.
Darcy Cameron.
Not Darcy Cameron. Just under.
Is
Just
it
under.
Pat Lipinski?
Pat Lipinski.
Really?
Yeah, Pat Lipinski, 21.4 disposals.
Hell yeah.
There's one more.
There's one
I
more.
know my stuff.
Is it? It's not Pendles, is it?
It is Pendles.
Pendlebury.
He's averaging 21.6 this year. So
He's a well-oiled machine, the old
Yeah, we call him the old bull.
bull.
They just continue to get it done, don't they? Which is huge. And you're saying at Brisbane, there's just a shitload.
Brisbane have 7.
It's half their team.
Yeah.
Collingwood in the position to just sort of knock off Brisbane tonight at the Gabba and then force them to be no longer undefeated? Or am I just saying words?
Technically, they are in the position to do that.
Yeah.
Will they do it?
It's a tough ask going up to the Gabba.
I know. Collingwood do, like, traditionally, they never travel, so, like,
They do have the extra
they actually
days
don't
break,
mind it.
though. They got the extra days break though. Brisbane played in the heat. It was really hot, that Bulldogs game at Norwood.
Didn't Collingwood beat them there last year as well, or something like that?
I'll check
Can we check that, B?
Yeah, I'll check that.
I think it was round 2 last year and they lost.
Okay, well, that would be
That
would-
lost to Brisbane. Yeah.
defeat. That would be the opposite of what I thought.
Collingwood boys might get up tonight as well, as I'm just watching the coverage. Jamie Elliott.
Yeah,
playing his
200.
game.
Mr. Sit on your head.
Just an absolute show.
Was there a bit of, like, with Dacos and stuff now, and it's very easy to forget, but was there a more exciting player in their first 50 games than Jamie Elliott?
Oh.
Like, do you remember when he came on and he looked about 14?
Yeah.
And he was just sitting on heads, and he was playing in the team that was very old and, like, Dane Swans, your Dale Thomases, your Heath Short. Like, he was just...
There's not many. There's one that pops to mind, and that's Cyril Rioli.
Yeah,
But
true.
Apart from Cyril, I can't think of too many more exciting players in there.
The other one was Chad Wingard at Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't...
Chad Wingard.
It didn't go as long.
Stint at
Dynamite.
Port Adelaide was some of the best football I've ever
Some
seen.
of the best.
Yeah,
goals, best
he was pretty full on at that when his first couple of years. But I just remember Jamie Elliott, like Billy Elliott, young kid, looks the same as he did now, but he was just sitting on heads left, right, and then he sort of went away for a few years. He got real bad injuries.
Yeah, bad injuries kept him out of the game for a bit, and then he sort of came back onto the scene and just owned his spot.
Mm.
That's a
Has
There we go.
anyone taken more hangers across 200 games than Jamie Elliott? There's
How?
Jeremy
Jeremy
Howe.
Howe.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy House was
Maybe
the only
Jeremy.
one.
Yeah.
He'd have a couple.
Like, I think though, Howe takes hangers like for breakfast, right? Like, he'll take the best marks ever, but he'll also just take a hanger on your head, and you're almost now just going, oh, okay, that's just what he does.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd say with Jamie Elliott, like, every hanger he takes is like a 10 out of 10 hanger.
Yeah.
Like, they're all...
And they're all forward half hangers,
Yeah.
which I think probably
No, I agree. Yeah.
more valuable than the ones just peeling off.
Yep.
half
Unpopular opinion, but it's actually a lot harder to mark the ball coming at you than when you're going at it. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So, like, when you're like, it's equally as brave taking a contested mark, running full pelt at a contest like that, than it is going back with the flight.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'd actually argue you're more exposed sometimes when you're running at it like that than you are.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you could look at it. Look at
Both
it from
ways.
different
Yeah,
ways.
that could be
Both-
absolute bullshit.
Both ways.
Hey, can I say something about Ned Long quickly? A couple of weeks ago, Baldy said to me, we went to the game, I think it was Collingwood someone, we went to the footy, and he was like, oh, Ned Long, watch this guy, he's going to be a good player. I thought he was still... Who's the other? Is it Jack Madgen or someone like that who used to wear 44 at the Pies?
Yeah, Jackie Madgen.
I thought it was Jack Madgen still. And I was like, Baldy's going, oh, mate, this guy's going to be a star. I said, mate, Ned Long will be back in the twos next week. And he said, Ned Long is the next Paddy Cripps.
Well, it just came out of nowhere last week. Like, he had 10 disposals,
Yeah.
10 disposals, 10 disposals, and then he comes out and has 30 against us. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ned. I thought, surely this guy's going to slow down at some point last week. Rowbottom, Warner and Jordan will take over, but it was very impressive for 4 quarters, Ned.
Just on the screen here, we've got a few career averages for Nick Dacos against the Brisbane Lions. Nearly 30 touches, 1 goal, 8 score involvements, and 467
He likes 'em.
metres gained. He loves playing against the Lions. Obviously faced off in that famous 2023 grand final.
Not many blokes like playing with lions.
No.
Pretty dangerous.
But he says, I'll have some.
Yeah, I'll have some.
I'll have 18 of
Go
them.
call him the Rhodesian Ridgeback, hunting lions. Can I just tell you something as well? It's pretty,
Absolutely.
just take you behind the four walls of a footy club.
Please do.
The Brisbane Lions away rooms are the worst change rooms. Like, you said, Embiid, you've been down there? Mate, they are so bad. Like, they're under the ground, like under the stands. Yep. So there's the training room here. Then you like walk down this passageway. There's another meeting room there. Down another passageway, up some stairs. There's like the tape room. Down the stairs, then up another like an accessibility ramp. You've got to walk into the change rooms with the showers. It's like the weirdest layout of a change room. I can't believe it's still like that.
It's like local footy.
It's shocking. Yeah, it's so bad.
So the tape room is miles before the actual change rooms.
It's like you're in a little dungeon. It's so random.
So Whit Noble sort of
here we go.
It's
late 90s era.
horrific.
Bit of decor for the setup.
Got the stats here.
That's not in the shot at all, Bully, but we appreciate it. Okay, good. yeah, fair enough.
The corresponding game last year, it was the Pies who went up to the Gabba and had the win. They were
There you
down at
go.
half time, kicked 9 goals to 5 in the second half, ran over the top, and Jamie Elliott kicked 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, lads, should we do a little bit of back your banter?
Yes,
Yeah.
back your banter thanks to BWS. Game Day Bevies, BWS is here for it. Lay one on us, Bedos. I'd love to see the stat we've got for this week. As it reads, Brisbane have won their past 8 games when trailing at half-time. Only other club to have ever done this is Carlton in 1910.
Yeah, 1910. We had one on Footy and Friends last week. Can you name a play from 1910? I couldn't.
Andrew Carato? No.
1910.
Yeah.
From any club?
From any club.
I said Ted Hopkins, who was 1938 when he finished. Like, that's as good as we got.
Hayden Bunton? No, I reckon he was after that as well, 1910.
Like, I'm not very familiar on my 1910s.
Was Chaz Brownlow around in 1910?
Hey, I'm just on the stream, darling. I didn't Uber because I had no headlights on the car.
Oh, Dylan.
But
This is a bit of a stitch up.
yeah.
What's the go there, mate?
Oh, I was borrowing my father-in-law's car because my wife's got my beautiful car at the moment from South Bank Mazda. And
The Mazda.
he dropped it over and it doesn't have any headlights and it was pitch black. And he's like, just drive with the high beams on.
Oh,
and
yeah? And just blind everyone.
Well, yeah, I sort of thought that might be a bit selfish to just blind everyone else and put them at risk. Then
it's a little bit of a dick move, but I mean, you got to roll with the punches.
you got to worry about yourself, really. Don't you?
Hey, we put to the people in the chat. It's great to see people in the chat already. Lions and Magpies. Who's going to win tonight? 77% of the people have gone with the Lions. 22% obviously going against. I don't know where that other 1% would have gone because...
It's a good comment that's come in already from Alex Elwell. It's quite humid up in Queensland tonight. Mason Cox's spectacles are on fog watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going to be the go there? Is he going to start fogging up and have to call for a new pair, or is he... Yeah, that's a...
Another
it's a wild
question
one.
here, you guys. Don't miss Alex's question. Said, do you ever play up at the Gabba, Dyl? I didn't play up there, mate. I performed up there, and I actually loved playing at the Gabba. I've kicked 1 goal 3 there once, off half-back flank, which wasn't too bad. Kicked straight would have been All-Australian, and then I actually also kicked 3-3 there in a NEAFL game that we drew with the Lions.
3-3.
3-3.
So you could have been the game changer.
Yeah, but funny story about that is we had that game. It was actually one of my favourite games of footy I ever played in. We were playing up there at the Gabba against Brisbane, who, I don't know if you know much about NEAFL back in those days, but Brisbane were just
Dominant.
Like they'd win
Yeah.
games by like 250 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was one of those weeks where we had no one. Like, it would have been like 6 listed guys. The rest of them were like 14-year-old top-ups. And it was just fucked. And I remember we went there and we, like, the whole game were nearly going to win, and we ended up drawing with them.
Jeez.
And it was almost like...
The best 2 points.
it was the best 2 points that we'd ever had. And, like, we nearly won, but, so did they. But, like, I remember coming back and it was one of those games where we shouldn't have even been within any... Like, genuinely shouldn't have been anywhere, and, like, the whole footy club was like... good on you boys. Like, it was so good.
On paper, he just had no right.
No
to
right
the
to even be
contest.
anywhere near it.
Yeah.
Like, they had full 22. I think they had AFL players, like, not even playing because there was too many available. And we had, like, 6.
That is crazy.
Do you want me to tell you some of the names that were playing that day from
please
Brisbane?
do.
Can we actually... Is there any way we can get that list up,
Yeah.
Pete? It would have been in 2019, up at the Gabba, Giants NEAFL versus Brisbane NEAFL. And you know the funniest thing was, there was a few players... There was one guy that was playing for us that day, Anthony Scott.
Anthony Scott.
He plays at the Bulldogs
Yeah,
now.
Scotty.
So he filled in.
Tony Scott
He
filled
filled
in.
in for... This is before he got picked up.
Yeah.
We always had a few guys like fill in, and like randomly Anthony Scott was one of them. Then all of a sudden he went to the Dogs. Random.
So it was a Giants, Lions, NEAFL game.
Yeah.
2019.
2019 draw.
And they
Oh,
drew.
2019.
19, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 18.
And they drew. We've got a few more comments here. Official John Smith has entered. Evening, gents. Johnny Boy in.
Oh, the
any
official
sign-
John Smith.
Any sign of Crab Eyes? Yeah,
I'm here,
Crab Eyes is here. He's just over in the corner.
Thank you. Official John Smith is back. Good to see you back, guys. Sorry we weren't here last week. We're all up at Gather Round.
Speaking of gather round, there's something very pressing that we should probably ask you about before the game starts.
Yeah.
How is the leg?
Yeah, the leg's doing all right. The moon boot is doing wonders for it, but
He's carrying on as well. I saw a video the other day.
waiting to see.
I was there, right, when he did this. We had to carry him off the field. He had the physio come say 2 weeks. And last night I saw him on Instagram telling everyone it's 6 to 8.
Yes.
The mayonnaise put on at this bloke. Mate, you rolled your ankle.
I went and saw another physio.
So you're saying Steph wasn't good enough for you?
I went and saw another physio because I was originally planning on going to the gym. And now before we get our lovely people in from Hotel Collingwood, I'll say this. I went and saw him. He said, mate, I'll have a look at your ankle as well. He said, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks until you're at 100% fitness again. So
you reckon your mate at a bloody pop-up gym
it's not
knows
a pop-up
more than
gym.
an AFL physio? Is that what you're saying?
He was the
Your
physio.
mate who got his bloody personal training thing out of a cereal box
Okay.
reckons he knows more than an AFL physio.
Well, he was the physio for the AFLW Crows side that won 2 or 3 flags.
and he got sacked, and now he's got his own gym.
Well, it was budget cut. It was budget cut, so he had to get cut. But
I'll tell
unfortunately,
you who isn't cut is Steph from Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
She is absolutely killing it. She's treated you in your boot, and you've just shat in her face.
all right. In 2 weeks, I'll go out for a jog, and if I collapse, you have to come and pick me up in your South Morang Mazda, Dylan.
Sorry, but tell the story, Will, about what actually happened.
So, long story short, for the people who haven't seen it or have been living under a rock, Mack and I went to do our one-on-ones, face off against each other at Alberton Oval in runners. So, not a lot of protective equipment and
Didn't get taped.
yeah, it didn't get taped. I might have to send Bede one of the photos of my ankle.
Please do, with the bruising. Yeah, send it out.
But yeah, my foot went. Yeah, well, the video's here. My foot went under my leg, and my momentum went left.
Here we go.
In fact, is
And your ankle went right.
yeah, which has left quite a big lump on my ankle. So
Is it bruised both sides or just the one?
just the one side,
Yeah.
but there's a massive lump now. So there's no bruising. There's
Yeah.
just a big egg, and
So- The first contest here you've done.
The follow-up
beautifully.
work is
You've reeled
incredible.
him in.
You've gone. You're
first-
never out of the contest.
never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. And then I wrap him up, put him in the death roll.
Yeah.
See you later.
And the never give up mentality was almost your undoing in the
Yeah.
end because
Mid-
you did not give up again.
I didn't give up. because-
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
There it is.
And as you can see, just sort of pops out there. And I heard you know when you crack your fingers and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I heard like a little. I was like, oh, I've never cracked my leg like that. So,
Oh,
yeah, as we can see.
I was
And the
sweating.
boys are just laughing and carrying on.
Yeah, the boys got around.
I wasn't. I was like crying almost. I was not well. I was very worried.
It was pretty good. Oh, we got Mack in the chat. Sounds pretty reasonable. Oh, it's a troll. Sounds pretty reasonable. Pretty lucky. It was only Ankle going in the cage with the big dog Mack. Yeah, well, what can you do? I mean, Mack was just stronger in that second contest, but yeah. So we've been put on hold. Scotty did go to the cage against
Noise.
Mack for me.
Is that thing buzzing? Sorry guys, we've got some really loud buzzing over here.
There's a wasp in here somewhere.
Could be.
I think it's that.
Is it this thing? Oh yeah, it is.
So,
Thanks, mate.
so we will see round 3 once the leg is healed. We will see the tiebreaker between you and Mack once it's healed, or
well,
we'll see.
We'll see. I've still got a bit of PTSD. I might actually have to strap up the ankles and wear footy boots this time.
Yeah.
Because it was a very rash decision from Dylan. He goes, well, we were going to do it at our Clubby footy session that we had up there at North Adelaide Oval, but he goes, nah, let's do it at Alberton in front
With
of
all the
poor-
and there's
poor
no
boys.
way both of you were going to go as hard as you did if it wasn't there was Zach Butters, Georgiades,
And it wasn't like just
they were like
sandful players. Like we had the big
superstars.
the big
they were
dogs.
there. Horn-Francis
Jason
was there.
Horn-Francis.
Ken Hinkley was running on the.
Ken Hinkley was watching. Jordan Sweet was in the building. Zach Butters, Georgiades, like we said, it was
Yeah, they were all watching, and it's fair to say Will was like, I'm a chance to get picked up here if I actually snag a couple.
Well, once Mitch Georgiades said, I'll back in Will, and Zachy B said, yeah.
So do we feel that Mack's dream of a mid-season draft spot, is that still alive?
It's technically at the
Well,
moment.
you know what? If he gets a game for Surrey Park this week, he very much could be.
Oh, no.
Right, speaking of the
devil, there he is.
There he is.
Someone get him a mic.
We're just getting.
We were just talking
Mack
about
and
you,
Mike.
actually.
Have a seat.
Squeeze in there, my friend. Have we got? Hey, mate.
Wait till you get a mic
you
to talk, Mack.
Can you grab him that?
Yeah, we were just discussing your mid-season draft chances after getting the better of Willy.
Ken was watching.
Wait till you get a mic.
Ken was watching. Scott Walton's in the chat. He said release a Scott Walton vision from the Clubby.
Oh, we actually need to put that up. Actually,
that's
Scott's body work. He just planted his
you all hear
feet.
me all right?
It was
Scotty
ridiculous.
Waltz is just a gun. But we finally got Mack in.
Yo,
Mack.
chat.
Yeah, he's
Is ready for a
here.
good stream tonight?
Woohoo!
Matt, give us before we get into the story. Give us the news. Did you get a game on Saturday?
It's Easter, so we got the
Oh,
bye.
you got the pies. Everyone's got the
It
pies.
was very relaxed training.
Okay.
Played a bit of Gaelic and yeah.
No, that's good. Did you speak to the
Love
coach
to.
about anything? Did he say anything? Or?
No, he said how's Adelaide and a lot of how's Adelaide and that. But
Yep. So more in the past versus talking in the future.
yeah, not looking ahead really.
Yeah. Look in the rearview mirrors.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about Will? He was just telling the story of his ankle. And
Oh, I'm just glad that he's here.
Yeah.
His spirits are up, all things considered.
Thanks, Mac. Yeah, it's good. It's good to be here. It's been great to be in your presence. I'm glad we can put it all behind us and
Yeah, it's not over,
Go
but
back
it's
to being
definitely it's on pause.
yeah. It's on
Well,
pause.
Will's pretty much said he doesn't want come back either. He's not.
Understandable.
Yeah.
We'll just do a Clubby Gauntlet and I'll just get somebody.
What about Scott? Like Scott, we'll put that vision out.
Yeah, he cried. That was like athleticism versus footy smarts.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Well, yeah, it was
he was just-
3-1 in the end.
No, you know what? And remembering.
You had that gauntlet beforehand. You were pretty.
Yeah, so
buggered.
I was knackered. But first one, he marked it on me, and I was like, yeah, fair enough. Second one, I punched it and got a good fist to it, and then he's like, oh no, it doesn't count. No one marked it, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
all right. Well,
We
I
had
guess-
to
I
you had
guess
to
I
end
got-
up with the ball.
Yeah, but like. You also said we're not allowed to chase after it, so like
No,
I punched
you
it.
just punch
My
it, then
best
go
work
pick
is
it
to
up.
bring it to the ground
Yeah.
and then just rove it. So
I think realistically looking at it, he still won, but I'd
Yeah,
like
he
to
did
see
win,
another. I'd
absolutely.
like to see another one.
I would like to just run a gauntlet with everybody at Clubby Sports.
Yeah.
And just
Well, you beat the
line
big
'em up.
boss. You beat the big boss as well.
Goldie.
Yeah, he did beat the ball man in the gauntlet drill.
20-year age gap.
Yeah, a big
That's
20-year age gap between the young fella and the father, who is actually not playing football at the moment as well. So just before we
fair
get
enough.
to the bounce, we've got a minute 20. Let's run over our stat check before we head into it.
Boys, as well, I'm just going to go to the bathroom before we start because I don't want to miss a bounce.
Very nice. Thanks.
So
Dylan.
Coxie's in.
Coxie's in.
What happened? What did I miss?
Lockie
Lockie
Sullivan
Sullivan.
out.
Yeah, bullshit if you ask me.
So, what happened to him?
I've no idea. We haven't been updated on.
Because he was emergency.
On the
Does that mean
reason.
that that our friend Ed Allen is
I think Ed Allen is playing.
not the sub?
He could be the sub. I haven't.
They wouldn't
checked.
go Coxie sub, surely.
No, they wouldn't go.
That wouldn't
Coxie
make any
sub.
sense. But
Just very quickly before, while they're doing the coin toss, Jamie Elliott's won the coin toss. Good on him. We got Nick Dacos for 30 plus.
Yep.
Dane Zorko, friend of the pod, 25 plus.
Like that.
Nick Dacos needs a snag. He hasn't kicked a snag in he's kicked 1 goal in his last 5 games, so would be good to see one from him. And Jamie Elliott on game 200, 2 snags for
Like
him.
it. Well, he kicked 4 in the corresponding game last year up at the Gabba, Jamie.
Oh, it is Ed Allen as the sub. Poor old brother of Link.
brother of producer Lincoln.
A bit of fresh lead.
Yeah.
Come on, win the game for him later.
Yeah, I hope so.
And as always, we are watching tonight's game on KO Sports, so big thanks to KO. We love their services, don't we, boys? Get around them. Get around KO. 4K, Ultra HD, live action of the footy, Thursday night. What more could you want? You've got Clubby TV on as well. We've got someone
Easter
in the
bunnies.
chat as
We
well
got-
saying they're watching all the way from the UK.
Wow, no.
I think I saw it before. Hang on.
No, you just said I look like someone from the UK office.
Oh, damn it.
Silly
me.
Can you put that up? Because I've never watched UK Office.
Oh, Gareth Keenan, yeah, you do look a little bit like him.
Good or bad?
But
nah, don't
it's not great.
We just get a winner and margin for you once Dyl sits down.
Winner and margin, I can give you one.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Oh,
That's Gareth
on.
Keenan.
Ready.
Collingwood 10 points.
I got Brizzy by a goal.
Brizzy by 3 goals.
Brizzy by 3 points.
Here we go.
2023 grand final rematch.
A bounce.
Or is it Dyl? Someone in the chat said
No, I don't care.
Mack looks like this guy.
Oh.
He looks
Oh,
Gareth Keenan.
there's a bit there.
No, there
UK
isn't.
office.
Zorks has already got one.
Such a reach.
There.
Just remind me, sorry, because I missed it. What was the back our banter?
The stat check.
Stat checker, yeah.
Dacos 30 plus.
Yeah,
Zorko 25 plus.
Yeah.
Elliott 2 goals. And Dacos a goal.
Okay, so 30 and 1 for Date.
Yeah.
You're paying $1.
Lots to happen tonight.
Jamie for 2, I like that. As we mentioned a couple of times, he had 4 in this corresponding game last year up at the Gabba.
Not that anyone cares, Bede, but did you find that
I was looking.
the buy
Any clues as to
at the Gabba?
in the season?
Goodness,
So it was
because you
live
do play each other
Giants.
like 4 times, but it would have been the only game at the Gabba Giants, and maybe. No, it was definitely my last
Checking
year.
for you, wouldn't it be too hard to find, would it? Because it's only, you just got to check Giants games at Gabba.
NEAFL 2019. That would have been like the last.
Yeah.
We'd love to eat.
How's the Air Max boots from the Dacos boys?
Yeah.
Can I change my margin?
The-
Just 'cause they're wearing
The
that?
Air Max 95s.
Good hit.
They
for
look
Chris.
delicious.
They look. You going to get a pair?
Armour.
Oh, Palmer, thank you.
They do
Thank
everything
you.
together, don't they?
I like that. It's like me and my brother.
I did see.
We're not like that at all.
I did see the footy boots, and I
Oh
went,
wow!
went online to
Okay.
StockX to see how much they are.
It's a good hit here.
$550. So
I don't think they'd be paying for them, but yeah, that's.
Pretty.
don't think I'll be having some
thank you.
anytime soon.
Oh, McStay's just
Oh,
put
it's
it
a
in
good
against
kick.
the high.
Against his old mob.
Yeah, I know.
Goes bang.
I think.
I didn't actually get that. I like playing games. You do this as well, but I love playing who played for both clubs, and I totally forgot about McStay.
You know,
I've got some rippers though for you
Did
From
you
these two?
say?
from both teams.
Both teams.
Did you
yeah.
say Ben Hudson?
Yep.
Yep.
I said Ben Hudson, Dane Beams, Crisp,
Blake Carosella?
I didn't say Blake Carosella, but I said Jackson Payne.
Oh yeah.
Remember him? Patrick Karnesis.
Yeah, Paddy Carnesis, great West Preston Lakeside boy. in the
Yeah.
Brown League.
Jared.
Jared Malloy.
Yeah, Cameron Wood.
Yeah, Cam
Mel
Wood.
Michael.
Yep.
So Mel Michael and Jared Morley were traded for each other,
Yeah.
and Mel Michael used to call him every year after grand finals and say thanks for the trade.
Flannas, we've got some people in the chat. They're asking for
you
some of
very
your Jared Waitley commentary. Do you reckon you'd be able to give us a minute or two just before you get...
6 plays 1 in the middle of the ground, knocked down by Cameron. There's a free kick plucked out of the middle of the ground. It's going to go Collingwood's way.
Very good.
18 and a half minutes to go here in the opening quarter, and it's Darcy Cameron who was best on ground in his 100th game last week against the Schwannies. Long kick up towards full forward, Cox flies, brings it to ground level, and there's a free kick to the man with the specs, and it'll go back from 35 metres out straight in front. Jack Payne, just a little one over the shoulder, and Big Mason lining up for the Pies, second of the night. I'm Jared Waitley. That's Matt Kelly. That's Dyl Buckley, and that's Will Taylor. And this is Clubby TV.
Oh, very good.
That is very, very good.
Can you do like you know how the start of AFL 360 sort of like
Yeah.
start with a headline and he'll say something.
Tonight on the 360 agenda, Mason Cox from 35 metres out, point blank.
You can't miss that.
And he's pushed it to the right. Not a great start for Mason in his comeback game. What do you think about that, Robbo?
Yeah. What's happening with how's the show been without Robbo this year? And have we heard from him?
To be honest, he was the reason that I watched.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, me too.
I love watching Robbo and his antics. So,
You just never knew what was going to happen.
yeah, he'd just go, "Ugh," or talk about the moon, or there was so many Robbo-isms over the years.
Have we thanked our friends at Hotel Collingwood?
No, Alan.
We've just
Hotel Collingwood, we can't even thank you because we're enjoying it too much.
yeah, literally.
These are elite. I got a Parma. What did you boys get?
I also got Palmer.
What did you get over there, Dyl? Not the same.
I got the like a schnitzel with coleslaw and salad. It's absolutely beautiful. Whoopsies.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's alright.
Stream goes down.
I've done that so many times.
Still on?
We should be right. Oh no.
Is the audio still going?
yo, chat. Can you still hear us? Mack low-key reminds me of Frankenstein. That's not even a...
That's just being rude.
Come on, John. That's John Smith, too. You're better than that, John.
Yeah, I'll come over the camera.
It'll be the... I reckon it's the
It's just the
HDMI.
camera.
It's the
Yeah.
wriggle in the HDMI and the camera.
Apologies for technical difficulties. We'll
Apologies for this.
be back in a moment.
Just be careful with that call. because-
Now into surfing.
Yeah,
Nope, that's golf.
Yo, chat. If you go to Hotel Collingwood and say Clubby Sports Centre, they will give you free beers.
Yeah.
Beers.
Legit.
One for every host that was on each week.
Yep.
Gee, it's good food.
They can't see us.
It really
but
is.
they can hear us. We're not lucky. We're not much to look at anyway, eh, boys?
They can hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
you can be heard on just the camera.
So we can be radio talk back. This is good.
Ball brought to ground, comes to Hipwood.
Hipwood could be anything though, I reckon. Still. Like he shows glimpses. Oh god, I love McCluggage.
Yeah, he's a freak. God, he's having a good year.
And a great kick from Rayner. But that is exceptional defending from Darcy Moore.
Darcy had a bit of a dud year last year, but he's come back
Yeah.
to his best this year. Remember, he was just unusually quiet and out of position a few times last year, but he looks to be firing on all cylinders in the first few weeks this year.
Have you met him before, Dyl?
Yeah.
Is he really like,
yeah, he's a nice
smart and
guy.
stuff?
Yeah, nice guy. Very nothing phases him really. Oh well, he's pretty laid back.
He's very articulate.
That's probably the word I was looking for that I couldn't work out.
He we were chatting to him on Brownlow night, and he just spoke so beautifully.
Very fashionable too. He's got some great kits.
Oh, incredibly fashionable. For an event that's supposed to be a black tie event, he rocked up in a green suit with, I don't think, much underneath.
Rayner clothing, I believe. That's it.
Figure it out.
There we are.
Yes!
Apologies for that.
We're back with
Dyl,
Cam Rayner.
I saw a comment in there before. When are we doing the 10k giveaway? We'll do it next week. We'll do it on Thursday next week.
Yeah, we've got to pick a winner.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. We haven't forgot about y'all.
I'm actually just debating. Brett, just don't bring that up anymore, Mac, because Brett's really not wanting to give away one of his jumpers.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go and
We're
steal
in
one off
conflicts
him.
with Leeds at the moment, but we will.
I'm glad you ran it by him beforehand.
Well, that shot from Cam Rain a little bit skinny. Brisbane on the board though. Maynard had a halfback. Turnover. Bailey McCluggage.
Please. I'll have a draft, that's alright.
Archie.
I won't have a beer.
If there's any soft drink up there, mate, but
Since yesterday, I'm fully licensed.
Oh.
So I can have a few beers and then drive home. Feel good?
Congrats, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
who's that? Thing is, like, I would.
How many hours do you have to do these days?
No. Fans, how old do you think I am?
No, he's
fully licensed. I'm 22, so like I'm not on my P's anymore.
That's a great kick
Oh,
from
okay.
Nacho.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I get what you're saying.
I didn't just get my P's.
He didn't have to.
20 hours.
He didn't have to log in the
I'm
hours.
driving with mum anymore.
How many do you have to do when you're on your hours?
120.
Yeah, I think mine was 120 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
The app was pretty easy to cheat. I never.
Remember a
actually-
bit old, like maybe a bit older than you. It was like 50 hours.
Yeah.
And then they put it to 120.
Yeah, I think maybe
You had an app, Mac.
my year might
Yeah.
have been the year they changed
It was
that.
awesome. The app was you literally just press start and it just times and then like
Ours was a little booklet. Remember that?
Yeah,
my
the
sister-
logbook.
My sister had the logbook. She's 2 years older, and we were like the first people to. Thanks, man. We were the first people to have
That's
an
amazing.
app. And it was awesome.
Yeah, the logbook was
Painful.
You would have the logbook.
yeah, painful.
It's hard to forge, but you just had to go copy
It was
it.
really easy to forge because they didn't track anything. All it did was track. It was like a stopwatch. If you wanted to, you could just sit at home and press play, and then it would stop. Like you could only do 2 hours max at a time.
Mac, stop incriminating yourself, please.
No, I never did it because I lived out of town, so I had to drive into town all the time. So I actually got my hours legitimately.
I had to forge my logbook because by the time I got to my test, my my driving instructor was adding up all my hours, and he's like, "Oh, you've added them up wrong." Well, silly duffer. So he's gone. He's just started adding random hours and just signing them off and
That's good of you.
Good on him.
forged my whole book for me.
Hey, did you boys? I somewhat think with all three of you, I'm getting the vibe that you all didn't get it on your first go.
No, I got on the first
I'm
go.
a country boy. I was driving in cars until I was
Manners?
7.
No, I didn't get on mine.
I got on my first go.
I failed once in Carlton, once
Yeah.
in Burwood, once in Broadmeadows, and
Oh
then
my
I
god.
had to go up to Albury to get it.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
Aubrey.
Wodonga I got it. Yeah. So
I got mine at Carlton. It's probably the hardest place to get it
it's tough.
because you've got the tram tracks.
Yeah,
You had to
yeah.
like do the and hook. Did you, I think we had to do a hook turn as well at Carlton.
Yeah, I don't even know if I got that far.
Mine was just like.
What was your problem? What did you keep stuffing up on?
Oh, they were all different problems. Once was speeding through a school zone.
That'll get out.
That'll get ya.
Yeah.
Once was didn't get the appointment on time, so
Yeah,
it was
happened to
late.
mate.
Can't remember what the other fail was. It's probably something silly.
Because was there a Swans game on?
Swans training. Yeah, so wasn't
hilarious.
my finest few weeks there, but eventually got it up in Wodonga around Christmas time. But then the first car I ever had slammed it into a tree within 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
So,
Into a tree.
yeah, I wasn't the greatest driver at the
You've
start. I'm
improved?
much better now. I've got a lot of
Dude, did you fail?
hours under my
No,
belt.
I was very It was probably like the biggest thing of my life to get my license. I remember
Yeah, same.
it was like bigger for me. It was a grand final day. Like I was booked in at 9 a.m. on my birthday.
Yeah.
Like went there, got it done, and just
See,
it just absolutely nailed it.
mine was like in the middle, not in the middle, but like the end of COVID. It's like you had to book months. I booked months in advance. I still couldn't do it for like a week until after my birthday. But
Mate, I booked it like 2 years in advance.
That's crazy.
I was that keen.
no, it was big. Especially when I lived out of town. It was a game changer. Because I could go.
Is there a better feeling than being
"Don't know, you."
18, getting your license, and just driving a car for the first time, and you're just
Nah,
like, this
no
is
better.
illegal?
I remember the feeling. I remember doing it.
And like going like wherever you want, and taking like one of your mates with you.
Yeah. Oh, take me back.
Macca's drive through. Macca's
The Mackers,
runs.
they're doing streeties around Swan Hill.
Yeah.
We used to have the main street. Angry Boys or Angry Mania?
Yeah, manies.
That's literally like our town. Like,
Yeah.
two streets. We call them streeties, not mateys.
Big
Lincoln,
O line
Lincoln had
out.
never heard of a streetie, and I was trying to explain to him what it was. And he just was like, this is so weird, bro.
Doesn't surprise me.
How's the Big O opening the account for
He's in my fantasy.
Brisbane? That's unreal.
Super coach.
I don't think I lost them all.
Your fantasy's going pretty well this year, aren't they?
I haven't lost.
I lost to Paddo last week. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, Dyl pants me last week.
Can you believe as well that I got McCluggage with my second pick, which would have been... Actually, no, I think I got him because I'd picked 13, so I must have got it 13. Must have been like pick 16 because Mack, you had
I was
2.
15. I only had 1-1.
That's right. I had 14, you had 15, 16, so 17 I would have got McCluggage.
That was an absolute steal.
Yeah. So I got Butters and McCluggage. I don't know, I've got this week. I'm very confident because I had a trade this week as well. I traded, I had too many mids.
You traded Jack Steele, didn't you?
Jack Steele I traded, he hasn't been great. And I got in Jeremy Cameron.
Oh, Flannas, I got you.
Oh,
You've already
huge.
put up 71. How?
This is one of my big games. I've got...
Darcy Cameron's had 33 already. That's freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a good start. And how are my Brisbane boys going?
Neil's got 22. It's a big,
Oh my God! What a mark!
big game for you, isn't it?
Can you check mine?
Yeah, man. Of course. You have 44 points already. Zorko's had 15. O's had 12. McCluggage had 11. And Bobby Hills had 6.
Dacos out of the centre,
Dacos not wearing the Air Maxes.
bending the
Interesting.
back.
What? Oh, that's an interesting one, not wearing the Air Maxes. He was showing him off.
Yeah, he must be breaking them in.
Hasn't worn
surely.
them in yet.
No.
Leroy, I'm from Swan Hill and can confirm we don't call them streeties. Leroy, that is so... Alright, what do you call him then, Leroy? Who is Leroy? What do you call him? 'Cause I'm...
Leroy,
Don't dish Mac about Swan Hill.
Yeah, you know not to do that.
do you have your license, Leroy?
Yeah, if I could get just a big swan across my chest, I would.
It's like how Silvioli had the wings
Same.
coming out of his
No,
jumper.
let's get matching ones. Yours can be for the Sydney Swans.
The
Mine
Schwannies.
is Swan Hill Swan.
I like that.
I was up the other day with Mac, and he's like, oh yeah, the Swannies were doing this. And I'm like, we're at Gather Round, just talking about the Swannies.
No,
He goes, oh, no.
Swanners.
I'm talking about the Swan Hill. And I'm like, what the fuck? You can't just call them the Swans. Like, we're at Gather Round. We're going to the game tonight.
We were talking about like footy training or something. We were talking about something that was... I wouldn't have just said, nah, Swans.
But the Swannies, they do
No,
the footy
Swanners.
stuff.
It's
Oh,
not.
the
Swanners,
Swanners.
to be said.
Hey, those doozies have a bit on them.
Yeah, they're what are they, 1.6.
They're bloody strong.
What the hell?
They are.
What are they?
They're the wild raspberry vodka and soda, which is
Mate.
down at BWS, made by
Jesus, they're
Isaac Heaney, Will Hayward and Ollie
They
Florent.
look tasty.
They're really good.
Should
They are very good. I actually, my favourite one though is the red and white one.
Yeah, that's the half and half vodka soda, lemonade and iced tea.
I like that one better.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the best.
Yeah, these pack a punch.
That's a bit strong for me, to be honest. That's sort of like, that's when you're having a red hot crack.
Well, I've got the other ones, the red and white ones at home, so I'll bring them next time.
Yeah.
How do they compare with the Barry's drink?
I've never had a Barry's drink.
Baz.
No, I've never had one.
I had a Barry's in Gather Round.
They good?
Yeah,
I've had a few Barry's. They're
the
alright.
pineapple lime ones are really good, or the lemon lime or something.
I tell you what, you really open yourself up to a bit of feedback when you bring your own drink out, because not everyone's going to like it.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess a lot wouldn't know whether it's any good when you first start.
yeah, definitely.
Bring it out.
But no, I genuinely think Doozy is a really good drink.
What would
It's
you
nice.
call your drink if you bought one out?
What drink would it be?
Dilsey.
If I bought a drink out, I know this is so, like, boring. I probably would bring, like...
Righty, my check.
Wow, check. I'd probably bring out, like, a...
Good start, Pies.
I'd love to bring out, like, something... And this isn't business-minded at all, it's just, like, something that I'd like.
Yeah.
I'd bring out almost like a better beer, like, low-carb, low-alcohol
Yeah.
midi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Example.
Something that's fresh. Yeah, like
Like a
a,
hard
like a better beer or...
Better beer midi.
Yeah, Great Northern.
something that you would like to...
That's what I just like drinking, and especially like, mate, having a little bloat now, it's so hard to like, to wake up with a hangover. It's just not worth it. So like having being able to have like 6 beers and them not be as strong, it's good.
The better beer middies are pretty good from
Yeah.
what I've heard. Gemma Diamond's back. G'day, Gemma.
Gem. Gem.
Gem. Yeah, Gem and Justin Ryan.
Gem.
Oh,
Gem.
Justin
That's
Ryan.
my Gem.
Can't be doing that.
Mac, what would your drink be when you make it big?
A vodka, Coke, and raspberry.
Oh, Dead Lizard.
The VCR.
Dead Lizard. That is crazy.
What'd you call it? The Swanner?
We call it
The Mack attack.
the Mack attack.
The Mack attack. Oh, yep.
Yeah, I'm full already.
Oh, good mark.
I'll put.
What about you, Flannas?
Thanks again.
Thank
Hotel
you.
Collingwood.
Bourbon and Coke?
What's your favourite drink?
What's the go-to? The Flying Flan Gin and Tonic would be...
Oh, I love gin and tonic.
Flying Flan Gin and Tonic. That's a top shelf.
I'll get you flying.
That's a top shelfer.
Will it?
It'd probably be a pale ale of some sort.
Yeah.
A
Bit of
pale ale.
Stonewood?
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on Stonewood.
So no, like, Conor McGregor, proper 12 business endeavour?
Nah. Leave all the whiskey.
Oh, great kick.
Maybe it's like a Henny.
Great kick
I love
there
a Henny. Love a good
Henny.
by Charlie Cameron, straight to
Eric Hipwood.
Eric the Eel.
What's your favourite mixer with Henny?
Oh, just Coke. I'm not very creative.
Love
Yeah,
a bit of pineapple juice or tropical juice. Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
I'm sure you
Pineapple
can
juice or
get.
tropical juice with
Sure
the
you can
Henny.
get your pineapple juice at BWS as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Is that heater on or is the aircon on?
Pineapple juice.
Henny and pineapple or Henny and like a tropical with like passion fruit.
Yo,
sort of
chat,
thing.
you ever tried Henny and pineapple juice?
It's good. It's good.
This chair is.
Man, I'd love to be
Kicking
a
me
streamer and just talk to my chat.
Good
We're talking about
stuff.
this today, weren't we? You can't wrap your head around it.
I love streaming. It's great.
Like Twitch streamers who like just go
Just
around.
do I get it, but I'm also going like, who's watching this all the time?
There's a guy that I watch all the time. He just plays different mods of GoldenEye on 64.
On Nintendo.
On Nintendo 64.
That's awesome.
Just different.
Just playing
types of-
GoldenEye.
He's literally just playing Gold. Yeah, or sometimes just like got nothing to do. I'll just put GoldenEye mod
Like
on the
before
background. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, but we all have
Or
our
Diddy
weird.
Kong racing
Yeah.
mod. Yeah.
We all have our weird like YouTube funnels we fall into. I've fallen into like those 3-day. Pete has the weirdest one. I watched that. It was good, but I couldn't get into it too much. I watched like 3-day survivalist videos where they go on islands with like nothing but a knife
Yeah.
and
What's his
survive
name?
for
What's
3
the name of
days.
The dad and his son.
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's called the Outdoor Boys.
Outdoor boys.
They're so good.
His son doesn't really want to be there, but
Nah.
he fucking loves it.
Yeah.
doesn't
Apparently he was a lawyer and then he stopped his and just became an outdoor boy.
he? Tough.
B, tell us about your one. Your one's super weird.
It's just a bloke who goes out to a park on rainy days and smokes cigarettes and drinks whiskey.
What the fuck?
And he'll be like, "This is my first cigarette."
My first
okay.
cigarette.
Love it, Flannas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty weird.
mate, send me a link. I'm all up for that sort of just watching half an hour of someone doing something random.
Yeah.
Speaking of outdoor boys, I went down a rabbit hole with this one guy who just camps the night in like random spots.
Yeah.
So one night he camped in a roundabout.
Yeah, I've
It
seen
had,
this.
like,
I've seen
bushes
that.
and stuff,
Yeah.
and he just set up camp and parked his car nearby and was living.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Another one I don't mind is the police body cam.
Yeah.
Like watching
Oh
that.
yeah, I go
What
down
on
rabbit
earth
holes.
is his name?
People just shooting each other and stuff. It's crazy.
I don't even know if I can show you.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
I watched, you know the guy who
Dude.
he
Oh.
takes like celebrities into his sneaker shop and he buys them runners and shit.
Oh.
Sneakers.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I'm talking about? You know that videos?
I've seen videos like that. I think a few
I had an
people-
idea of a really good thing that you could do for YouTube content,
Yeah.
and I'm sure someone already does this. But my idea was like, you know, when you like go through country towns or even like inner city suburbs, say like Northcote or Elstonwick or in Geelong, there's like Corio or whatever.
Yeah.
And you see they've got like motels.
Yeah.
And you're like, who the fuck would ever stay in that motel? Like go around and look at the worst rated hotels and go and stay
Like
in
that
them and
one in
vlog
Adelaide.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cosmos on Swan Street in Adelaide.
Yeah,
So
is it?
there's one on Bank Street, just off Highland Street, where me and my good friend Checkers stayed once, and it was the lowest rated hotel.
Did you do it as a gag or you just did it?
We did it as a gag.
Yeah.
And
How much it cost you?
oh, it didn't cost much. Not a lot of pennies, but
What's the name of it? Do you remember?
Cosmos on Bank Street. And like, it was the people. Don't get me wrong, the people were lovely, but the hotel room was, yeah.
Adelaide's
okay.
like, yeah, that was. It's an interesting strip down there, isn't it? It's very Chapel-esque.
Did
Yeah.
I bloody love Adelaide. Did
same.
Link go up to this game?
Link.
Yeah.
Doubt it. Maybe though. He was here today, so he might have.
I've
Yeah,
got an
Link,
idea.
you
I've got an
Jeremiah?
idea for you two that I want to get this year. Get going.
What is it? That?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Talk about. I don't want anyone to steal it.
Okay. Don't. Yeah. We might have a few.
Might have to take
Hey,
that one
Beat.
off.
I know I've asked a few times, man, but I really want those fucking stats, man. Really want those stats
I
in that
reckon,
game.
I reckon
I
we
could
could.
find
Can you go to 2018 then? Try 2018.
2018. Because I went through literally every game.
NEAFL 2019.
Oh, have you seen the videos of you know, when Misfits Mind went to Beaufort?
Oh,
Yeah.
and they did the McDonald's?
Yeah, they
When we
put the
drove through
McDonald's up.
Beaufort to get from Adelaide to Melbourne, and I was like, that is fucking so funny. I really want to go and stop past it.
It's
Here we go.
it's a crazy.
2018, yep.
Yeah, okay, 2018.
So July 21st, 2018.
See, you got in the best, by the way.
Here we go.
Yeah, because
Oh,
in
in the
20.
best, but-
Oh, beautiful,
I kicked 3.
boys. We got some Easter eggs here
Three.
if we'd
Here we
like
go.
some.
Here we go. Man, look at the players from, like,
I've got an Easter egg.
Sprout Peatling.
Do you want to pass?
Clay Beams. Remember him? Ben
Yeah, Clay
Keys.
Beam.
Ben Keys.
Ben Keys.
Benny Keys.
Benny
the-
Keys was playing Giants, Brisbane NEAFL. Like, he was...
Sam Mays.
Dill,
Sam
would you
Mack.
like some Easter
Yeah,
eggs?
pass them over.
Ron
Do you want to
Buick.
pass?
Go
these?
through the Brisbane team. Yeah, Ron Buick.
Ryan Bastard.
Bastanak was good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is Ken... Yeah, Keneally, I don't know who that is.
Can
Really?
we check out the team from
Jeremy Finlayson.
Carlton?
Yeah,
Daniel Lloyd.
I kicked 3, by the way. So in the best for Giants, Aidan Bonner, James Peatling, Zach Sproul,
Isaac Cummings.
Dyl Buckley, Isaac Cumming, and Daniel Lloyd.
That's a pretty good name.
Yeah,
And yourself, bro.
and I'm in there.
It has to be. He kicked 3 goals, 3.
Can we go? Try.
Highlights of the game. Do you think?
Yeah, there would be.
It might be.
Dagos, try and find the list. Try and find the Brisbane Lions team if you can.
One thing that sucks about VFL highlights is whoever does them only just puts in the goals. You notice
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I know May plays VFL, but he's back line. And he'll have a really good game, but it's all just like a kick to a mark and a goal.
Yeah.
So whoever's doing that, lift.
I know that because there was a period where I was actually doing that for the Western Bulldogs. I was just chopping up the VFL highlights and
Very lazy.
every goal.
Oh, here we go.
It's like, I want to see it. I want to see a big spoiler.
it's like
Or a
Yeah.
mark
players.
down the ground, you know.
Yeah, a big
It's
specky.
not giving me a list of players. It's just got Cody Stackelberg listed.
Cody Stackelberg.
Hold on. Select
Cody
your team.
Stackelberg, yeah,
Oh,
here
we go.
Here we go. Right, so Brisbane had Kitty Coleman,
Kitty Coleman.
Sam Skinner, Jack Frost, Sam Mays, Ryan Buick, Ryan Bastanak, Tom Bell, Chris Lyons, Connor Ballenden, Clay Beams, Brandon Starcevich,
Yeah.
Ben Keys, Zach Bailey, Tom Fullerton.
Zach Bailey
Zach
was
Bailey
playing it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a serious.
But even in
team.
that team, I used to see Zach Bailey and like in that team, and I didn't realise he was as good as what he was, and I was like, oh geez, this Brisbane guy, like this young kid from Brisbane, like I reckon he's
gonna be
pretty
handy.
good. He's going to be a handy player.
Yeah, he'll
and
be-
then I ended up being
It'll
like,
be good one day.
yeah. Same thing with Tom Green. He played in our team. I thought he was like a 30-year-old bloke from the country. Ended up he was playing with us and he was like 14 and he was even like 30 to dispose. I was like, you know what, this kid,
Jamie Elliott.
this kid could be all right.
You used to take the mick out of Tom Green, didn't you? Was he?
I love him.
Comparatively, Giants have got a few big names, but not as many. So
Yeah, there's still a few good ones.
Yeah, Aidan Bonner, Isaac Cummings, Zach Sproul, or Sproul,
Finlayson?
Finlayson, Daniel Lloyd, Tim Moore, Jack Buckley,
Yep.
he's going all right. Dyl
Steiny.
Buckley, he's going all right. Steiny.
Kieran Briggs.
Is going all right. Peatling's going all right at the moment. So there's still a few really good ones there. But then I'm imagining these last few
They were
names.
14.
14-year-olds.
14 years old.
Yeah.
What's his name? Definitely played in that game as well. Anthony Scott, but he might have played under a fake name.
Yeah, well, there's one missing here.
So-
yeah.
So
it must be-
GWS were just flying up blokes.
We'd fly up random blokes from like, I'm not joking, like my housemate sometimes nearly filled in on games. Because like we just couldn't get enough players. So like you'd rock up and like we
in a state league game.
Isaac Cumming, who's from what's it called? What's that place called in Adelaide and Victoria? Broken Hill.
Yeah,
We used to fly like 3 blokes from Broken Hill up every couple of weeks to come play for us because like we couldn't get enough.
No wonder the NEAFL
Fell apart.
That was
amazing.
Shithole.
And
There's like
I know we're talking way too much NEAFL here, but it is my prime time of my life. Go to
Yeah.
the game where me, Mick and Brett all played together and see who's in that team. It'll be hilarious.
That's special. Did you wait? So it was you and Lids.
Me and Lids versus Brett, but like,
In NEAFL.
but Tom Green, like Brent Daniels, all those guys would have been.
What was that?
playing.
Was that Giants versus Gold Coast?
Yeah. That one would have been 2019, and that was at Giant Stadium.
Surely there's footage of that. If it's at Giants Stadium, surely.
Yeah, there is.
How many
there's
VFL games or NEAFL games did Lids play?
I think one.
Just that one.
Yeah.
So that draw you've kicked, is it the first goal or the second goal of the game there? And then you've kicked 2 at the start of the third quarter to
Premiership
break it
quarter.
open? Yep.
I genuinely kicked one of the best goals. I had this guy like hanging off me. It was a ruck tap, and I was like holding him off, fending him, caught it with one hand, and kicked it like that. It was unbelievable. It was so good.
I'm glad we
Pretty
don't.
not all the
reminisce.
I wish we had the vision, to be honest.
I'm glad we don't reminisce too much in the past.
Yeah.
There's been
Welcome back to the NEAFL.
yeah, yeah, the NEAFL corner for
Anyway.
Thursday night.
It's a great first quarter going on here in the
But we're
AFL.
talking about this oval and what people have done it. Oh, he's got him there, big bruzzy.
So
There we
Dill,
Collingwood at Jacobs.
the state of origin game has just been obviously Sample and the Vics. In that game, would you say you'd be half a sniffer playing it for New South Wales?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It was actually pretty good players. Probably not. Did I just see you pop up something there, Beeb, where I was in the best?
Yes. Not the best, but
He's got a
3
good.
goals.
He's got a good eye. He's got a really good eye.
My eyes cannot
Is that
see
which
that.
one is that one again?
Dyl Buckley, David Lloyd 3, Matty Flynn 1.
David Lloyd.
Oh, Daniel Lloyd. Sorry.
Oh my God, Sam.
Jacko
David.
Hately.
Yeah,
Kieran
Hately.
Briggs. Tommy Green.
David Lloyd's the cricket.
How do you kick
commentator.
3 and not get in the
bubble.
best?
I know.
Callum Archie, Will Brodie, and see Lids didn't even get in the best.
Lids.
This is 2019, round 9.
Gee whiz.
Is it because Mick was playing for the Suns, right?
Yeah, he would have got in the best. He had 50 that
It'd
day.
be a weird feeling being a player who's like done it all and then going to the VFL.
Mate, it was well. Like you think about those guys in the NEAFL, like some weeks.
I'm talking like Lids.
No, that's what I mean.
No,
like,
not fringe, like stuff, like Fife on the
but
weekend.
like I'm pretty sure Buddy played a game in the NEAFL once. Like,
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Like Kurt Tippett played his rest of his career there. Like, can you imagine him?
That's what I mean. Like
Did.
players finishing up
Yeah.
there, like
Right.
Tim Kelly in the waffle just sounds weird.
Yeah.
Mitch Morton and Tim Membry both kicked over 100 in the season.
Oh, yeah.
In NEAFL from memory.
What do you actually, Mac? You mentioned Fife. What do you reckon about this last year of Fife?
Top 10
sad.
goal
I think
kicker
he's
from
done.
12
Playing off his
games.
career.
Everyone else.
Well, he done his hammies. Is he out for the year?
Nah. But
Yeah, 26 from 12. Everyone else had played.
At the end of the day, like no one's gonna remember Fife for his last season where he played in the Sandville or the
AFL.
waffle. So it's not really.
Should have made team of the year. Darcy Cameron.
Yeah, Dust Cameron, Aaron Bruce.
So quarter time of the actual AFL.
Sorry, let's get over there. Let's get over the NEAFL.
Brisbane 16, Collingwood 26.
How's the chat enjoying the NEAFL chat? Are they going?
Yeah, I
They're
wonder
not.
if they've fallen asleep or if we've lost any viewers.
Tallest guy said, honestly, this chat's far better than
Should
the
make an all-time.
Yes, thank you very much.
Should make an all-time NEAFL side.
No.
Oh, mate, there'd be some amazing players in
Let's
NEAFL.
not do this.
So, but I don't want to keep harping on this. Flannas just said I kicked 12th in the.
That year we were talking about the draw. So Dill's, for guys who've scored over 20 goals in the season, had the most goals per game average.
Yeah.
So everyone above him has played the full 19, 20 games. Dill's only played 12 and he's finished top 10 that year for goal kickers.
Something in that.
So,
Something in that, or
And there was actually, just not to keep harping on this, but I also kicked 4 in the practice match before the season started as well, against the Swans, against the Schwannies.
that against the Schweizers.
Alira was playing.
you might have
Did you
lost
play on him? or-
Yeah, no, I did. I got one against him. All the memories are just flooding back.
Well, I'm glad we could bring that up.
That was on the SCG.
On the NEAFL corner.
We actually should do it all-time NEAFL team. Maybe not now, but at some point.
No, I would like to do that with you because I know you actually care.
I love the NEAFL.
Hey, we obviously want to go back and look at Dyl stats, but let's get on some of the stats of tonight's game if we can, please, guys. This is
boring.
Premiership points. Yeah, we're not playing for the Broken Hill fly-ins.
Fair enough.
All those Magoos. Nick Dacos on 11 touches already with 39 fantasy points. His brother just behind him with 10 and a goal. Collingwood dominating at the moment. Darcy Cameron, 6 touches, 6 hit-outs. Don't run him off for the grand final just yet.
Is that what you're saying now, mate?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm bloody saying it.
Who would have thought
Clip that.
back in the day when Darcy Cameron went from Swans to Collingwood and he was sort of second ruck to Grundy, whoever thought that he'd take over and be the number 1 ruck over him?
Not many people.
Yeah.
I knew when he left that we were losing a pretty good player.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he was playing in the NEAFL with me, mate, so he wasn't that good.
He's dominating the NEAFL.
Yeah.
Well, that's like Jordan Sweet. He was getting 50 hit-outs. He averaged 50 hit-outs in the VFL, playing under Tim English. Goes to Port Adelaide and pips
doesn't get a tit-out at all.
Was it?
Pips Ivy Soldo for the number 1 ruck spot there.
True.
Now he's...
Was it real sliding doors that Darcy Cameron and Nankervis went out?
It was,
and
wasn't
it? Naismith and Tippett were the ones that were kept and they both got injured.
Yeah. I'm not just talking about NEAFL here, but another one was Nick Newman.
Oh,
yeah.
Like
NEAFL jet.
he was running around just racking up 50 a week, and now he's obviously injured this year, and you see what Carlton have been struggling without him.
It's pretty flattening once you've come up from the NEAFL and...
Carlton's best two players
You won't hear NEAFL anymore.
Carlton's best 2 players came from the
We've got a few questions in the chat.
Literally.
Alex Alwell's asked Dyl, has Frank laid any more Easter eggs in the studio tonight?
No,
not
Frank even
tonight.
here?
Nah, she's at home.
Good.
She's in the naughty corner. Nankervis as well for the playing in the Magoos and all of a sudden now captain and first string ruckman for Richmond.
Yep.
John Smith has said, I honestly think I'll be able to kick 6 on Dyl in the NEAFL.
Wow, I didn't play back line.
Yeah.
He was forward once he moved to the
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of stats, and I don't know if many people are stopping Dyl in the NEAFL.
I was. My average was at least 3 a week, like in a bad day.
Yes, very, very good. All right, Flannas, what are your... I mean, we've obviously heard your reactions to Dyl's NEAFL chat, but what are your... what's your take on the game so far?
No, it's a great start by the Pies. They've made all the early running. They could be even further in front. Mason Cox missed a sitter. Brisbane, as we know, though, they grind their way through games and come back into it. But Pies are a better team than a few of the sides they've played this year. So
Momentum's big, isn't it?
Mack, what's your take on the game so far, my friend? Obviously, you came in very, very...
Yeah, came in
abruptly.
I've just been looking at players' boots, more importantly. I've noticed that Nick Dacos got the Air Maxes, but he's not wearing them.
Yeah.
Something in that.
So what, he had them on and then took them off?
He made like a video wearing
He made a TikTok about them, but he's not wearing them.
They're a different surface up there. Very different surface.
You might have to sprig them up a bit more.
See, one thing that so Lachie Neale has 8 Aussies already. I've been watching, but not that closely. I feel like he just sneaks 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to sneak. Like, he's obviously getting the ball, but it's so contested, and that he just doesn't fumble.
Yeah, he's good.
The taller guy has asked, do we reckon Nick Dacos pisses gold? Yeah,
Probably.
something like that.
What about I didn't realise Ned Long baldy, and he's off camera, so he can't answer here. Will, you just relay what he says, but I didn't realise he was from Fitzroy as well.
Yeah. Ned Long.
Do you want me to give you the Ned Long history? So, Ned Long and Josh Ward both went to the same school, both played the Knights together.
Yep.
And Max Ramsden was also in their year, so they were once upon a time all at Hawthorn together. Sam, Ramsden, Long, and
did not Long get traded?
Hawthorn.
Did he?
Got delisted and then picked up again.
Oh.
And Sam Marshall, who is playing tonight for Brisbane, when Ned was in year 12, Sam was in year 10. So they also played together.
Sam Marshall,
Yeah, who's
the one from Brisbane.
playing tonight. Yeah,
So when Sam was in,
year 10.
Ned was in year 12.
Yeah,
Wow.
What school's this?
Melbourne Grammar.
Jeez, it's a little footy factory at Melbourne Grammar.
Well,
Jamie Elliott for the 200th. He's kicked 2 behinds, poor man.
the clearance from Wisp to set that up
That
for
was
Jamie was silk. Absolute
He's on
silk.
fire.
He's in top form tonight.
How many games till he breaks the record? Or has he already broken it? Crisp.
Scott Pendlebury.
It's crisp.
Oh, I said Wisp. I was talking about.
Oh, Wisp.
West.
Okay, apologies for that.
But yeah, the consecutive games record, that's a good one to look at. I'll suss that out.
Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the
Yeah.
YouTube channel. We're 5 away
If we
from
get to 400, I will not mention the NEAFL again. Promise.
If we get to 400 by half time, we'll do a full NEAFL corner tomorrow.
Oh, Rayner. Yeah, good call. I've got I do have one little bit of what I reckon would be interesting. Let's go to the Cam Rayner draft and redraft the top 10.
Yeah, we can do that.
It's an interesting draft.
Okay.
Is that too loud?
Oh,
Or not?
Yo, can you hear the TV chat? Let us know.
Was he 2019, Rayner?
2017.
2016.
2017.
Oh, Payne with a spin.
that was one of the slowest spin moves I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, redrafting the 2017 Cam Rayner draft.
Yeah. Going just a little bit tighter on those. Can't actually see them.
Oh, well, you've got to keep Jaden Stevenson.
Just
the
go
top
on the
10.
names and clubs. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Stevenson had 50.
Yeah, 50 in local footy.
Oh, wow.
Not hard, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Cam Rayner 1, Andrew Brayshaw 2, Paddy Dow, LDU,
4-0.
Chera,
He's my brother. I'm best mates with his brother.
Jaden Stevenson, Hunter Clark, Nick Caulfield, Aaron Norton,
Lockie O'Brien.
and Lockie O'Brien.
That's the top 10.
Then you got...
Then your mate Aidan Bonner.
So Darcy Fogarty, he was picked 12.
Mate, look at some of the other names. It's a stacked
Zach
draft.
Bailey, Ed Richards, Jack Higgins, Brendan
Starcevic.
Starcevic, Oscar Allen, Tim Kelly, Noel Bolter, Liam Ryan, Brent
Wow.
Daniels,
Liam Ryan, Brent Daniels. Yeah, Bingo.
Sam Taylor.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Giants did pretty well in this draft.
Oh,
Sam Taylor's going up.
Tom
okay.
Tom McCartney.
Tom McCartan's going up.
Tom McCartan.
Yeah.
Bailey Fridge, who got dropped?
I can't believe Tom McCartan got picked up as a 17-year-old. That was wild.
Tom
to me.
McCartan?
Yeah, because I went to school with him and he left in year 12.
No, he couldn't have.
Dylan
Wait,
Moore.
he got picked up as a 17-year-old.
You can't. You,
Go
maybe drafted by the Giants and then traded.
nah.
potentially.
Tom McCartan, you can't get picked up as a 17-year-old.
Go back.
Unless he
back to
was like...
what he was.
He might have got held back a year or something.
What happens if you're born in November? Like
Go back.
after the
Doesn't
draft?
matter. It's
You gotta wait a year.
There's no way he was drafted as a 17-year-old. It's just not possible.
Tom McCartan, 17.
No, but that was when the draft was on. He was 17. Like,
So he's probably turned.
you know what I mean? Like, he would have turned 18 after the draft.
So he still got drafted as a 17-year-old,
Well,
technically.
yeah.
Waitering.
Aaron Norton was 17. Like, heaps of them were 17.
So let's redraft it.
LDU, pick one.
Nah. I love LDU, but I'd still be going like someone like
Dylan Moore.
Oh wait, Andrew Brayshaw's in there. I'd probably go.
Andrew
Sherry.
Brayshaw is probably one.
I feel like it's that good. We need to just do the top 10 because.
Yeah.
Just do the top 10. Yeah, redraft the top 10.
Tom McConey at 30.
So the 10 players stay the same.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
just redraft that.
Because you could have Sam Taylor.
Exactly, yeah. Like, let's just redraft the top 10.
Okay.
I reckon we start with
Brayshaw.
Andrew Brayshaw.
Yeah. LDU.
Yeah.
LDU number 2. Would it be Chera?
I'd still be going Norton over Chera.
Norton over
Rayner.
Chera?
Yeah.
Rayner next. Or Norton. Rayner or Norton?
I'd go Norton,
I'd go
then
Norton,
Rayner.
Norton and Rayner. Chera stays at 5. Hunter Clark, I'd put him at 6.
Caulfield just hasn't got back into the doggies, has he?
Nah, he's been injured.
And then Lockie O'Brien 10. Stays where he is.
Yeah, Steve-O can.
And Steve-O can-
Steve-O can go 9.
Yeah.
Hey. Wait, what's Hunter Clark doing?
Hunter Clark is
If you can expand it to 20 and have
in and out
Oscar
of
Allen,
the
Jack
St Kilda
Bailey,
side at the
Starcevich,
moment.
Ed Richards, Higgins, Fogarty.
Some great players there.
8, 9 and 10. 8 we had... can you bring that list
Caulfield.
back up, please?
Caulfield, and then Stevenson, and then Lockie O'Brien.
Yeah.
He was after Chera, I think.
7.
Just on Jack Crisp, consecutive games.
Yeah.
Next week, he levels Jimmy Steins.
Wow.
Next week.
It's crazy.
244 games he'll play.
Jeez, imagine if he went down.
Hey, Lockie Fogarty and Dust.
Sorry. We were all thinking it, weren't we?
How do you know?
We did
I think
this
we had... Yeah. Sorry.
right.
Yeah, so
Is-
I didn't say Brayshaw on the
Yeah.
big bold team.
Wow.
one. Very interested in your thoughts on this one.
All right.
Well-
Raina's just taking a mark, guys. 14 minutes 57 if you want to stream up with us. But yeah, let's do this one now.
They
At
play
the
him
time-
Sun, didn't they?
At the
Even
time,
if you
Sam
don't
Walsh was arguably the best
Literally,
footballer
you'd have to.
to come
Who are you
out.
taking right now?
Or
Pick
right
one.
now.
Go down a
I would-
bit.
Jesus, that's
Now, can we just do the top 9?
I'll be
Because
taking
there's-
Zach Butters number 1, but
because
he's
there's-
12. He's not in it. I'm just saying I
What
would
year are we
be.
doing here? This is
This is the following year.
over Rosie.
2018.
Yeah.
So we've got Walsh, Lukosius, Rankin draft.
Okay.
Does Rankin go first?
Nah,
No.
man, Walsh.
Oh.
Or
Rankin
Rosie-
Right
one.
now, Rankin's,
Rankin one?
Rosie or
right now,
Smith?
Rankin's in better form than Walsh.
Does Bailey Smith go 1?
Nah.
Nah.
Rosie's in good nick.
Yeah.
Do we keep
The Lizards and all.
Do we keep Darren Thomas out of the top 10?
Well, you just put him 10.
Oh, Nick Blakey's in here.
Chase
The Lizard.
Jones.
The Lizard.
What? Jesus Christ.
I'm going Lizard. I'm going Lizard 1. Rankin 2.
Man.
Come on,
Hey,
mate. Give us the top 5.
all right, Sam Walsh, undisputed 1. Rankin 2. Rosie 3. Bailey Smith 4. Blakey.
To be honest, though, Sam, let's not just
Lizard
think about
five.
this year. Like, if you look at the whole thing,
Mate, Sam Walsh.
Rankin's really come on this year.
Yeah, you're right.
Walsh is still 1. He just hasn't had a great year this year. Like,
Mate, he nearly won the Brownlow in his second year.
So all
That's what I'm
of them
saying,
over
guys.
the likely Coleman medalists in Ben King.
yeah.
Yep.
Ben
Yeah,
King,
yeah,
Ben
Ben
King will not
King.
win the Coleman.
And Rosie.
So Ben was before. Oh no, Max was first.
I would love to see him win the Coleman.
Hey,
but he will
Dyl,
not
what's the
win
best
Coleman.
ability?
Retain ball
Also
think-
availability.
and availability.
I think the Adelaide.
Hate Ben King.
No, I love Ben King. I want him
I don't
higher.
hate him.
I don't
Just
hate
Just
him.
don't see enough of him.
And who do you
I
put him
hate
in front of? Like, you got Lizard, Rankin, Bailey Smith, Walsh, and Rosie. They're superstars.
They're all better than Ben
Ben
King.
King's winning the Coleman.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Only for a few more weeks.
Still,
What
And-
makes you say he won't win the Coleman?
Well, Darcy Fogarty, Riley Thilthorpe, and who else have entered the chat?
Oh,
Jesse Hogan hasn't hit his straps yet.
Jesse Hogan's a
Suns
good
are
call.
gonna be good all year.
Suns are going to be good. Like,
And Adelaide will be
Miller's on
great all
fire.
year.
Yeah, but they
Rowland
have to
Anderson
share.
and up and about. Flanders getting plenty of ball.
They can share, but there's games where, like, Thilthorpe will go quiet.
If
So
Eric
out
kicks
of all these, who's your pick for the Coleman?
Tracy.
Really?
it's not a bad call.
No, I just said that.
Not bad. I like Tracy.
Probably Hogan again.
I'll go Larky. I think I said
Hogan's
Larky
missed a
earlier
game.
this year.
And he's already 3 behind.
I said the delivery that Larky gets from North Melbourne will be better than what it was last year.
Hayward.
You said Hayward for Coleman.
Look, he hasn't fully hit his straps yet this year, but he's had a couple of really good games.
What about Buddy Franklin?
I always like seeing who's on the bench for clubs. So that's who's that? Is that Brent Riley? No, who's that guy next to him in the blonde hair? Is that Adelaide player? Former Adelaide player or not?
Jaden O'Day as the runner.
Go no day.
Any nominations? We get them up.
What are we talking about now? I can't remember.
Who that was?
Oh,
Guessing who that was.
alright. Looks like he's eating a few snacks.
Hey guys, just very
Hey,
quickly,
them bananas are for the players, bro.
very quickly on the stat check. I'll just update the listeners on that one. Nick Dacos is currently on 13 touches. Dane Zorko is on 9 touches, and Elliott and Dacos are yet to kick goals for their part of the stat check as well.
Oh, nice.
That's your mate Daniel
Yeah,
Lloyd.
Lloydie's there. He's worked.
David Lloyd.
David Lloyd's there.
Bumble.
What else do we do?
I can tell
He's
you right.
there, but yeah.
Dale Morris,
Chucky Neal.
assistant coach.
It's an... Jeez, that could have been an ACL and a half.
Yeah. Looks like he's got away with it. That looked...
Go Bob. Go Bobby. You don't want to play on
Go Bobby. Go Bobby. Go Bobby. Go Bobby. Go Bobby. Is that going to work? No way.
Go.
Go Bobby.
He's too tired.
He's gassed.
He's tired.
Get back to him.
Go again.
Got to kick it, Loggy.
Go
Bobby.
Bobby! Jeez.
Bobby hit. Now he's in a scrap.
He's going to wrestle and he won't be able to run for like 10 minutes.
Morris might have done something to the knee there.
Bobby.
Jarred it for sure.
Yeah.
Boys, let's just play footy.
Be nice to
Coach
each
is
other.
right.
Let the footy do the
Be nice to each other.
Coach is right, guys. It's up to us.
Coach is right. It's up to us, guys. We gotta believe.
Let the footy do the talking, boys. Come on.
Who's got the free kick? Collingwood got the free kick.
Goal.
What?
Okay, that is not a freaking goal.
What?
Hang on. Have I missed something here?
Yeah, we missed something. It was a free kick and then someone's taken advantage, I think.
They're not happy.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not happy.
I feel like them run out.
Mason Cox is amongst it.
He's got to do something.
And with the drink bottle as well.
I feel like they just target Mason Cox.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's pretty big though, isn't he? Like,
Mate, he came into the office.
he's so big.
He's seriously tall.
He's
I was like,
so big, but he's off the ground. He's one of the most friendly blokes ever.
Yeah.
Nice as.
You go hang out. You go stay at his house sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I slept over.
Yeah.
Why?
No, he let me wear his we were doing something for the Oz Open, and he let me wear his jacket, and it was one of the comfiest. Bede was producing the show.
There you go. What happened here?
One
What's
of the
this?
comfiest jackets
Free
ever.
kick.
Was it like a dress on you? How big was it?
It was thankfully a boxed
Yeah.
little jacket, but
Mate, what the hell?
so McStay got pushed into the post, and that's 50 on the mark as well.
Yeah, they wouldn't have liked that.
Fair enough, that's annoying.
It's McStay, former line.
Stay, 3
Yeah.
goals,
Yeah.
okay.
3 goals.
Jeez, it's going to be hot footy for the next 5.
Bailey.
Just tucked into it. That is so piss weak.
Bit clumsy from him.
I hate that the game has turned into that.
I love it.
You know what, Zach Bailey?
I love a bit of a tussle.
That's fucking shithouse by you, Zach. I'm looking. He won't even see this, but that's fucking terrible. To be playing for free kicks like that in the modern game, you're the fucking
No,
premiership.
it's craft. There's craft to it. To drop like that. I reckon it's craft.
Craft? That's crap. That's fucking crap.
There's an interesting psychological element going on here with, Collingwood beat him in the grand final a couple of years ago, and Brisbane are the big dogs. They won the flag last year. Like, there's a bit of heat in there.
Jeez, they hate each other.
Go Bailey, get in.
Ball doesn't lie. Cop that, yeah. And you get a mouthful from Bruzzy as well.
Do you reckon Bruzzy goes to North Melbourne?
What?
I reckon he does.
Yeah, that's
Tough to ignore
shit
the
house.
money. Well, how old is he? 29? 28?
Yeah,
29?
I hate that, Mack. I hate that.
It's craft. It's a part of the game.
That's fucking shit craft. Win the hard footy. Put your body over the footy.
Put your ankles over it.
put your ankles over the footy.
But I think the other edge to it is, I think Eddie Maguire always used to say, if you're a player for life, it sets you up for life. So, rather than being a two-club player, take for less and then be
but how many AFL games has Eddie Maguire played?
Oh wow! Yeah,
and how
I
much?
was going to say it's very easy to say that, but also I think the money's a bit different these days.
Yeah,
and I also think North Melbourne. There's got to be some corporates there that are somewhat powerful that would absolutely die for you if you went to their club.
Yeah.
So.
And just think about what role he could play.
Imagine North versus Collingwood when Bruzzy has jumped across ships.
Yeah.
He would just be trying to fight everyone. I'd go to that game and I couldn't care about either team.
He'd be so good to like the young backline as well of like Chom, what's his name? Aiden Core. Griffin Logue is obviously
who I'd be if I was North
undersized.
Melbourne or St Kilda, who I'd be throwing money at. And I suppose, I don't know if it's in their window or not, but they've got to make a splash. Wouldn't you just throw everything you have at Toby Green?
Toby?
At Toby Green?
Not Tom?
Toby. You need someone that's not just going to be a player. You need someone that's going to actually get people out of their seat to watch them play.
He'd never leave the Giants, would he?
Well, I don't think he would, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, if
Make an
if
offer.
Degoe's going to leave Pies, like, it's...
Jeez, I know Toby loves coming back to Melbourne and spending...
I think Toby loves Sydney too much. What I'm saying is you need someone with not just a good play, you need actually the attitude, like the persona of that person
Probably
as
not,
well.
you know, probably not putting your whole bank account in him though.
Oh,
it's on.
there
It's
goes
on.
Steakhouse.
You
Oh, he's back up.
don't knock down Nick. Oh, he's back.
He's straight back up. The Macedonian Marvel.
The other one that was raised, because I talk about Tom DeConey a bit, but the other one was the Bond. He's not that old, Bond. And they've got the war chest there.
Yeah.
Ask the question, Flannas. Ask it.
If you're St Kilda or if you're the Bond, what's the question? If you're St Kilda, are you going to throw $2 million a year at the Bond? Or if you're the Bond, would you go to St Kilda?
Oh, I wouldn't go to, like... Oh, God, I don't know, to be honest. If you're Bont, I don't think Bulldog supporters are... Oh, God. I don't think they're, like, angry enough to...
Be careful with the Bulldogs, mate.
No, I'm saying I don't think their supporters really care enough if he was to leave. But if you're going to leave a subpar sort of team, or like subpar like team that's like not as big as the Big Four, would you go to a Big Four team? You know what I mean? Like if you're the Bont, like you wouldn't leave Bulldogs to go to St Kilda.
Saints. Yeah.
I reckon Bont would rather go like a bit of the Ryan Griffin route. I can go to a quieter team and go to like Gold Coast or Giants or something just to escape.
The Bont would not go to the Giants.
Classic armchair expert from Will there. Get the hard ball. What happened to your ankle?
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. Like, I've seen you play the Animals and there's not much hardball going on.
Mate, you clearly haven't been watching my tapes from this year.
Yeah.
I'm the only bloke that puts
this year.
I'm the only bloke that puts their head over the footy. I'll call out every bloke that doesn't put over their head
Sam
over the
Day
footy.
plays baseball.
Yeah.
Mick Barlow just put in the chat confirming Sam Day has a baseball background. Question mark. Thanks, Mick.
Mick loves it.
What?
He's a very funny man.
What position was Sam Day in his baseball team?
I'm going to say, I don't know baseball well enough position-wise.
He's a tall dude. Would he be a pitcher?
Pitcher, possibly.
Pitcher or a batter?
I think he was a pitcher.
Big hitter.
Yeah, he'd have
a good arm. He'd have a great arm.
Big hitter.
You know who also loved American? Jacob Wiedering always thought he was like meant to be a quarterback. You know, like they're really big.
Yeah.
He would say like he'd always throw the ball at training and just think that he's going to be a quarterback.
Max fade looks like a 2 into a 3 and a 4 on top. No, mate, I haven't actually got a fade on top. It's just a 2 and a 3 on the side, I think.
Official John Smith. Let's get back to NEAFL chat.
I agree, John. What do you want to know?
No, John.
What do you want to know? I played a lot of NEAFL against Sam Day.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Yo, Bede, get up round 10 of Central Murray Reserves of 2024, please.
Round 10.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Swan Hill versus
Oh, wow.
It's on Play HQ.
Dumb. It's a coach's nightmare. Shallow entry.
Would you ever coach?
No.
Juniors?
I don't care
Max,
enough.
when you go
Yeah, I like to coach. Assistant coach.
Nah. You gotta pick the age though where they're like conscious, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to coach under 10s when they're all just not giving a fuck.
I feel like you need to be. I feel like you need to be a coach though, Dyl, because assistant coaches in footy teams,
they're team managers.
They can be like
imbeciles.
Yeah, they can be the people that you
hate
really
the most.
dislike.
No, but I think like what I'll do is I'll just be the assistant and then almost just take over, but not have any of the responsibility.
Yeah. So you're like a Josh Carr.
Basically.
Yeah.
You got to get him when he's like under 12s, where he's like smart.
Is this you? Running out of what?
It's the under 14 West Grand Final in 2003. Where is he? He's bustling out.
Flannas is watching.
Number 6.
His own grand
Who
final.
was the 6 for?
Highlights.
The 6 was the only number available. I had the 4. But
Was that
the jumper size?
Yeah.
What's wrong with 6?
I like the 6.
No, I just thought who was 6 at the Swans?
We haven't had that many dominant 6s over our time. Tom Mitchell for a while.
Bolton?
Craig Bolton, yeah. Craig Bolton was the 6 at the time then. Yeah.
You had
60 years ago.
Logan McDonald? Logan McDonald?
Yeah, Big Brucey now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So not
Love to see him
not
back in
only
the
is
team.
this the
That'd be
NEAFL
nice.
corner, it's the
MSJFL under 14 West Premiership from 2003.
Jeez.
Ormond versus Cheltenham.
Ormond versus Cheltenham won by 2 points.
How'd you go?
Didn't play a minute on the ground.
Did you actually not?
Did you actually?
Did not get up. The coach said, if we get far enough in front, I'll get you on the ground. But it was tight behind.
Are you serious? You sat on the bench the whole
Sat on the
game?
bench the whole game. Got a medal. Premiership player. Did not play a second of the game.
Nah, fuck him.
That is amazing.
Jim Jordan, the sub. I was the super sub. I was ready to go. I was kept warming up in the last quarter going, fresh legs, coach, I'm ready to go. Get me on.
You almost don't want to come on if it's tight. You want to get on and fuck up. So you just leave me off.
There's actually 2 other guys who didn't get on the ground either. So
Jeez, you didn't use any rotations.
Rotated the one interchange spot for the whole day, and there are 3 of us who didn't get a minute. Didn't get a second.
You've got to get them on like. You've got to get them on the pod and interview those 3 guys and just have a chat about the game and what happened that day and get your old coach on and have a chat about it.
I want to have a word to your coach. That's fucking shit house.
Bullshit. You know what I'm...
I'm all for it.
Not care that I didn't play a minute. I wanted a medal.
Did you get a few under 14s? A few
I'm a
vodka
premiership
cruises?
player. Huh?
A few vodka cruises after the game? Or?
In the 14s, no. There was a silly Sunday, but
a few lemonades.
Yeah.
Few lemonades and maybe a Swans game or something.
Yeah, a few Red Bulls.
Oh, that's naughty.
That's funny.
As a local footballer, bench rotator, I'm prone to like, if it's not my rotation, but somebody has just decided to come off because they're fucked.
You just jump on straight on.
I'll run straight on.
Yeah, I'll go. Oh yeah, Mack
forward,
just
back mid.
Mack just roll on ball, mate.
That's so good.
Yeah, the minutes on the ground are precious.
Oh, and you got to take them.
Yeah.
When's Coleman back?
Kitty. Yeah.
That's got to be
injury list.
4 weeks away.
Wow.
They got a few injuries. The old Brizzy Lions, I think.
Yeah, Kitty 2 to 3.
Who else is on there? Kyle Lohman.
Lohman week away.
What happened with Starcevic? Oh, concussion. Shit. All right. Oh, big O.
Big ask.
And the Pies Houston suspended. Schultz a couple of weeks away.
Just remember, guys, if you do want to jump on the Discord and send us in some talk back, we are more than...
We're willing to have a chat with y'all.
We're willing to listen to you, especially at half time. We'll go through your half-time dribble if you've got some for us as well.
Yeah, give us a call.
Give us a dial, whack on the headset.
Where Flannas just pulled that mic headset from.
Pulled it out of his ass.
Inventory.
I think your cans are up there.
What else have I got here? Oh, I've got a doozy which you can get from BWS.
He's pulling everything out of his ass.
We'll rotate you through the mid-Mac flow. Sean, where are you from? You haven't told me.
Oop. A little bit of spillage.
Fly over. He just wants you to fly over. Just fly anywhere.
Even if it's Fitzroy, just fly there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Josh Dunkley. Saw in the first quarter, Josh was trying to ruffle Nicky Dacos a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Trying to rough him up a bit. Didn't work. But
pretty good at not being rattled.
Yeah.
What about the very interesting stat we had on the weekend, a BWS stat? Link actually came up with one.
Mm-hmm.
So, there was one game in Brett's career where he had 4 contested marks.
4 contested marks?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this all week.
Yeah, same. I had in my whole career 4 contested marks.
Okay.
Like, would you think, oh wow, that's terrible? Nick Dacos has never had a contested mark.
In his whole career, he's never had one contested mark.
So he's into year 3, year 4?
He's probably had 15,000 more possessions than me. And a year and a half back.
Mate, I can't believe he's never had...
But like, no, what I'm saying is, it's actually... You'd be surprised, like, when you're not a big guy or your role isn't to fly, you just don't fly.
Yeah, but...
So like...
You think there'd be just a few times where it's just come your way and you just got to jump at it?
It's not that he isn't jumping at it, it's just that like he just gets off his opponents too much.
Or B, check Matt Rao. I reckon Matt Rao's...
Oh, what a kick.
Well, I love Curry.
Possession.
Can you see Matt Rao's all-time career contested marks?
That whole play was just ridiculous. The composure of the Pies at the moment.
How good are they?
Yeah, you are right. Nick Dacos has never had a career contested mark.
Oh, well, Mack Link actually did that, but
that is crazy.
Here we go. Let's watch this.
This is.
Oh, just
with
see you later. See you later.
Burning him, and then
he's just good at it. He's
then
just
this
good
next bit.
Matt Rao, how many contested marks has he had?
one.
And then
One his whole career.
Pendles,
2024.
That's crazy.
left,
Wow, how
right.
did Dust? Yeah, that.
Oh. And then Bo just goes bang from 55. That's hard to stop. Even
Bo
with
is-
Brisbane.
Bo's like getting to know his strength, but I remember early in his career, he'd just be like pressure, and then he'd get the ball, and he'd almost be like surprised that he had it. And he was like, didn't know what to do with it. He'd bomb it.
Pendle's on his way to his, if all goes well, 248th career win.
Mac, I've got a lazy
Most
eye
of any
too. I don't have a
cunt
lazy eye. What the fuck? Stop doing this shit.
Alex Stafford.
Alex, fuck you.
Clip that up. Clip that up.
Mate, I've got 2020. I'm fine.
Oh, that is so good. Have you seen how people do that on TikTok? They'll go on and like, just, oh, that's fucking funny.
Maybe they got.
Mac, you do have a little bit of a lazy
My
eye.
eyes is perfectly straight.
No, but one just gets tired.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I have a lazy eye.
No, you don't.
No, it's really bad when I'm like
Tired?
when I'm filming stuff like front on like the selfie camera. I can tell because one of them like goes inward, and it looks like I'm going cross-eyed in my video, but it's just I'm just trying to like focus on the center of the
You're
screen.
just focused.
I'm trying to focus on the center of the screen, but it looks like I have a lazy eye. I did it. See, look at that. That's like
No, well.
one's going across.
Way
One's
too
going
hard.
across there. It's also when I smile for photos.
You're too hard on yourself, Willie.
Oh, B, do you want me to send you the photos of my bruising for...
Yeah, airdrop it to the Mack.
Yeah, I'll airdrop it to the Mac for you.
Oi, did you see how good my arms looked on that photo I posted of me playing footy? Did you have to double look it? Didn't even
That's
clock
just
it.
like, bro, that's just like skinniness and you're just like running
tell me
around.
that's
Yeah, but like I had that when I was like 14.
Skinny deaf.
Tell me that's like, oh shit, that boy looks like again.
That's all those half.
I love it, Mac.
Wait,
It's ripped.
Good
so
pics.
that photo has happened right after I've dropped a sitter and then tried to just smash it through the goals and gone straight through the points. I'm laughing at myself. Because if you don't laugh at yourself, chat, you're crying.
Exactly.
Any of you go to uni or do a trade? Nah, we work here, bro.
And if you go to uni or do a trade. Oh. Did you ever do a trade, Mac, or go to uni?
I wanted to be a welder for a while. Got right into it.
A welder?
Yeah, when I was like 16.
Yeah, right.
But never got around it. G'day, Sal. How are you?
Will Day was playing baseball as well.
But Will Day, I could say
He must be in the family because his cousin's with Sam Day.
Oh, true.
They're related. We didn't know that.
Yeah, so that was a couple days after the incident. As you can see, there's bruising in 3 different places. On the ankle, there's a line for some reason on the heel.
Are you going to mail the boot back to Port?
I
That
hope
doesn't
not.
look good.
I hope I don't have to. We could auction it off. We should have got like Horny, Butters, and the boys
to sign it. It's not out of.
We need to go back up to.
They don't come to Melbourne. They come to Melbourne one time for the rest of the year.
Well, we need to go back up to Adelaide because Mac's going to be a part of the perfect pair. Mac's going to do
I forgot to tell you about this still.
Yeah, what happened?
So their halftime show is they do like a
dating show.
A dating show, like at halftime, they get 2 Port players, 2 Port supporters to like sit in the square, and they like give them like a dinner and like a date.
That's
And,
hilarious.
like, it's like filmed in front of the whole Adelaide Oval.
So you're gonna do it?
So we were
Matt said if I'm ever in Adelaide, if I ever wanted to,
Just do it. We'll fly you up.
Yeah.
I'll fly you up, and I'm gonna do the thing where you have to. Yeah, I've got an idea. Take this offline.
All right.
Ned Long's got the mark inside 50.
Yeah, I want to see that.
About 30 out. Should be the last kick of the quarter.
I'm really hot in here.
This chair keeps sliding my buttocks out.
I don't freeze and shower at foot training, so I'm feeling alright.
bloody good player, Jack Crisp, isn't
Sal's
he? Like,
asked a question for you here, Flannas.
Yes,
Flannas, I'm late here. How are you feeling about our Schwannies? Are we worried?
No, we're all good. We're all good. Amadi going off last week really hurt us for that second half. So tough to play with one tall.
And Longy's put it through for the halftime siren.
Jeez, he's really gotten good at footy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Ned Slong.
Ned Slong.
We're saying,
Do you know? So you go, mate. You go.
Well, we were saying at the start of the game, before the game, he had like 9 and 10 and 8 in his previous 3 games. And then last week against Swans, he comes out and gets 29.
And just quietly, who was at the G telling us, boys, I've got a sneaky feeling Ned Long's going to dominate.
Adsy.
Yeah,
3 times he's had credit for it.
He was the sub those games, so...
Right.
He hasn't been able to tear it up and have 20.
Do you know what? I watched this space because I played Fitzroy Junior Footy Club, so whenever I take Max down on the weekend, and I always go and like just walk around the ground and watch the Fitzroy Juniors. That's where I used to play.
Yeah.
And there was this kid playing there, and I remember watching him going like, holy shit, like
How
this,
old?
like 15s, under 15s, like.
So it's they're like, it's not bad for you.
No, like it was good foot. Like they were taking it seriously,
Not
like it was.
12, not just bombing it.
No, like they were hitting up and stuff. There was this guy there, and I don't know what his last name was, and I'm sure I couldn't broadcast it anyway. But there was a guy in there named Charlie, and I just remember this kid like he was so good. I was like, this kid is gonna be a star. So I just remember Charlie from Fitzroy in about maybe that was like a year ago. So what, he was 16. So maybe 2 or 3 years time. Watch this space.
Shout out Charlie for the Fitzroy.
Well, I just want to get on like that. The next Ned Long or Josh Ward or
We've got our eye on you in a non-predatory way.
Yeah.
That's always good.
So half-time, 51, plays 32. Pies lead by 19 points. BWS stat check, Nick Dacos. Leading all comers. 21.
Good at footy, that boy, and his brother.
Ticket already.
4 clearances, 2 goal assists, 405 metres gained.
He just does love playing against the Lions. They can't do a number on him.
Yeah, his brother Josh not far behind him. He's got 15 at the half.
Is there a more iconic run in the AFL than Nick Dacos just arching the back and sort of twinkling his toes out of there?
You think about, so they've got the duo that's played the most games ever together, Pendlebury and Sidebottom, and they're both in great nick at the moment. And then you add Nick and Josh Dacos to that, who are just in sync, the brothers. Like, if those 4 are all humming,
look at this.
Pies midfield's got to be close to top of the pops. Like, you throw in Long as well, who's on fire. He doesn't even have to go in there anymore. Like, Darcy Cameron's on fire.
Sounds good. The loser's pretty iconic as well.
Alex just said Brett should throw his hat in the rig for Charlie from Fitzroy.
That's so good.
He doesn't do 6 boys. He's country.
No, he's country only.
That's very good, Alex.
That's very, very funny.
Alex is 2 for 2. Cross-eyed and then...
Oh, Alex, I love you. Is that Alex Elwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on. He's on.
Right on, Al.
And John Smith has said, welcome back to Gem Gem.
And Gem Gem's got herself a guava cruiser from BWS.
Welcome back, Gem Gem.
Thank you, Gem Gem. She's got her own BWS as well, so that's always good to see.
Gem's one of the absolute greats.
Have you got any calls coming in on the Discord? Half-time calls? No?
No, 0 calls, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's
check the socials of the teams.
Let's check out Collingwood and Brizzy's socials. Mack Attack, I'll leave you in charge of Brisbane.
Yeah, I'll get on the face. It's where you want to be.
Yeah.
Facebook's where the real legends are.
Or Twitter.
The coaches check Facebook at halftime as well.
They want to see what people are seeing at home from the broadcast view.
Get involved on the Discord. We've got the headphones here. Have a chat to you.
Oh. Is there no comments here from the Brizzy? Oh no, here they are. Oh yeah. Another disgusting game being ruled by the umpires. Unbelievable freeze given to the Pies directly in front of goal. But when a free is awarded to the Lions, it's on the most difficult angle in the 50 metre. What the fuck? It's because that's where the fucking free
That's where the free kick's
Matt
made.
Sutherland, that is the worst call He's upset that where he dropped his knees. Matt, what the fuck do you want us to do there?
Oh, this is shit house.
12 shots on goal to 11. Need to kick straight.
Well, Collingwood haven't posted their halftime graphic yet. So I don't really have much at the moment. Sal's got himself a nice Barossa Shiraz in hand.
Oh, lovely.
Love to hear it.
Nice.
Have Collingwood posted on their Instagram.
What have they named the ends at that Barossa ground? We got the Cab Sav end and the Shiraz end.
Oh, surely you'd have to have like Penfold end or Shiraz end. Ed Allen tucking into a Sanger.
Good, Ed. Enjoy
Nice,
it,
Ed.
brother.
It's good to see.
What kind of Sanger? What we got to market on the Sanger?
Oh, it was white bread. Surely it's something easy that he can chew down on, like
bacon and egg from 7-Eleven.
No, he's not having no bacon away.
I wish it was a bacon egg Sanger from 7-Eleven. Easy on the go.
Maybe one of the classic Sangers you can get down at Hotel Collingwood. Maybe that's what he's.
Get yourself down there.
I can't believe Matt Sutherland being upset the free kick wasn't given in front of goal when it was on a difficult angle when that's just where it happened.
Yeah. Also, free kicks are 12 to 12.
Yeah. Nah. Umpiring consistency would be amazing, says Paul Booker.
It's a belter of a game.
Clearly it is consistent if the free kicks are 12 to 12.
You literally can't get any more consistent, to be honest.
Jeez, Collingwood are slow to put up their halftime graphics here.
Yeah, so the Lions. I just have to go on like a video of.
Well, we will do a stat check. I think we had
the Wisp.
Wisp, 21 out of 30 touches already.
On target for 40.
Dane Zorko, 10 out of 25.
Not bad. Probably
Elliott, no goals, and Dacos, no goals.
High pressure game, and Collingwood are just a bit more composed in the heat at the moment, and that's why they've got the lead.
Yeah, any parallels with last week's game, Flannas?
Well, again, the Pies midfield, like they did against the Swans, they've just been really composed in traffic. Brisbane have tried to lock them down going forward, but the likes of Sidebottom, Pendlebury and the Dacos brothers have just been very silky and happy to slow the game down with their left-right pitter-patter footsteps through the traffic, whereas Brisbane haven't been as composed and able to find a way through. Brisbane have controlled the game in the air. They've been better marking around the ground, but when the ball's been on the deck, Collingwood's just been able to work their way through the congestion calmly.
All right, here's a big question for those at home. Who's going to be better all time, the Dacos brothers or the Ashcroft brothers?
Ooh. Well, going on tonight's game.
Jeez, Mack.
Going tonight's game, this first half, you've got to go with the Dacos.
No, I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about 20 years when we're looking back. 20 years, I'll be saying Dacos still doing it.
Dill is absolutely painting the porcelain.
Well, it's obviously,
right now.
I was going to say, Will and Nick are the better of the two. Yeah. I low-key think Levi's going to be better than Will, but he's also 18. So.
I think they play too similar, Levi and Will.
You reckon?
Yeah. Oh, hang on, what's happened here? Were they gifted too long of a free kick? Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. So the 50-metre free kick has been paid
Alright, Matt Sutherland was right. This is fucking bullshit.
It's a 77-metre 50-metre penalty, which turned out to be a goal.
Yeah, look, that's 25 metres is a lot.
John Smith has said the Ashcroft brothers, watch them have 8 premiership medals between them.
Does that mean between them? Does that mean like 4?
Are they including their dad?
He's already got 1.
Marcus?
No, it's like saying, watch out, they will.
Oh, they will get 8.
And if they've got even, that means that like they're gonna have to. One of them's gonna have to miss another one because Will's already one ahead.
Levi needs a premiership for that to be in the conversation. Yeah. Well, Levi's.
He's a year off. I mean,
Levi played as a 16-year-old in the Sandy under 18s flag, and
he took the piss.
Yeah, he's a 3-timer in the Sandy system.
That's really hard to do, chat. By the way,
I'll take the Warner Brothers over both.
The Warner Brothers.
I'll take the.
Movie franchise.
You'll take
Bugs
bloody
and Daffy.
bloody Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and. Who would I take? Tony and Tom Liberatore.
I'll take the Dow
I'll take
brothers.
them both.
Thank you. Thompson and Paddy Dow.
I'm going to take the McDonald brothers, Tom and Oscar. Tommy
and Ronald.
Mack isn't doing very
You dickhead.
Prior to the Ashcrofts and the Dacosses and the Warners, who do you reckon was the greatest?
Scots.
The Scots. Yeah, yep. Okay. The Burgoynes?
The Scots, the Burgoynes.
Peter and Sean.
Yeah.
Pretty good. The Shaws. Yeah, Reece and Heath. Yep.
Who else?
Or Ray and Tony. Yep.
Selwoods? Joel,
Selwoods.
Joel and
Yep.
Adam?
Adam was good.
Yep.
Who else?
Yep.
Crackers were good. They were great. I'm trying to think.
The Danahers. The Danahers, of course.
Yeah, the Danahers were handy.
Simon and Justin Madden.
Kerno brothers.
Yep.
No, I think.
Ablett Jr. and Nathan as well. They were pretty handy. If Nathan Ablett kept playing, it could have been them.
He ended up playing at Balranald, like my league.
Christian says the Bowden brothers, the Gale brothers. Must be a Richmond fan.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
Mack,
Guthries.
The Guthries, says Official John. Yep.
That is an underrated duo.
Yeah, they're pretty handy.
That could be all Australian this year.
Zach Guthrie, if you were to tell me he was going to actually be an alright footballer this season 3 years ago, I would have laughed in your face. He was never in my conversation to be a good footballer.
The Corns, Chad and Kane.
Oh, the Corns. The Motlobs?
Yeah.
Jakovic brothers, says Ariel Pink. I like that.
The Jakovic brothers?
Well, Glenn Jakovic, one of the greatest centre-half backs of all time. Alan Jakovic, one of the most...
Jack and Dyl Buckley?
No, Alex, they're not brothers.
They're not brothers, they're not related at all. Best set of brothers to play NEAFL. Oh, jeez.
That's good.
Sam Day and Will Day, cousins. Two blokes from Broken Hill who flew up to
brothers from Broken Hill.
the Gold Coast to play a game.
Ben and Harry Mackay.
Yeah.
Yep. We're talking about blokes from 1910 before. Sid and Gordon Coventry. Back in the day.
Sid and Gordon.
Brayshaw brothers, that's a good one too.
Yeah,
Hey,
Rachel's coming
Beatos,
through.
I've got a set of cans I need to put in as well.
McVeigh's are handy.
Oh,
That would have sounded good.
As the Wasp is back. Got the Wisp on the screen, we've got the Wasp in the studio. Gee, Dyl, it must be seriously painting that ball.
yeah, he's.
Okay.
Yeah, where's?
Yeah, we've got a toilet can. B, flick to the toilet.
Ed and Charlie Curnow, there's another set.
Where's the?
I swear there's more. How many Brayshaws played AFL?
There's a few.
3.
Sorry.
Hamish, Andrew,
That's it.
Angus.
Hamish.
Gonna have to give Dylan a call.
The Coning brothers? We're just naming brothers.
So which one's the best though? I mean, probably the Dacosses or the Ashcrofts or the Warners.
Oh, right now it's the Dacosses significantly, probably.
How are you, buddy?
Mate, are you alright in there?
No, I'm not. I'm just
Fuck.
be back shortly.
Alright. Well, I hope you're not fighting too many demons.
He's had whatever
in
Frank
there,
had.
brother.
He's been eating Frank's dog
Yeah,
food.
I'm sweating up in here. I'll be back.
Oh my God.
Alright, mate. Jesus.
Doozy's gone straight through him.
Yeah. He's in more than just a doozy. That's whew.
Yo, F in the chat for Dyl and F in the chat for the Clubby toilet.
Mark Robinson and Mitch Robinson.
Yeah, they were good. They were good brothers.
Dyl Buckley and Nathan Buckley.
Elijah and Ollie Hollins for Mack.
Nah, they're not quite there yet.
Are they brothers?
Yeah.
The taller guy says the Coventry's won 4 straight flags. Name any other brothers that have come close to that. So
Yeah.
and maybe the older set we've mentioned.
They
but
won 4 flags, but back in those days, you could finish 6th and win the flag.
that's true. Yeah, there was a year where Fitzroy finished last and won the flag. Finished last.
I have heard about that. That's wild to me.
Won the. Well, that was the First World War, so only 4 teams took the field.
Yeah, Lincoln was telling
That
me to
season.
gather around.
Yeah.
You were there. We were in the car together.
Yeah.
Producing here.
Yeah, no, I know.
For the people at home.
So Fitzroy won the spoon, but still qualified for the finals because it's a 4-team final series, even though there are only 4 teams in the comp. And then Fitzroy won both their finals and won the flag and the spoon the same year. Don't think that'll ever happen again.
That's crazy.
Matt, can you share part B with that?
Hey?
Were you listening to Lincoln?
Yeah. We know what happened. We just didn't want to tell you guys at home.
But what's part B of that? The rematch.
Yeah, so if you this is a weird stat that I did not know was a thing. If you finish on top of the ladder and then you lose the grand final, you have the right to say,
challenge.
all right, we want another game.
Yeah.
And then you get to sort of redeem yourself,
Yeah, right.
which defeats the whole point of a grand final. Imagine.
I would love it if the Swannies had one of those over the last few years. That would have been great last year.
Imagine you had a mulligan and like
We finished first.
Yeah, you finished first.
Like, that would have been sick.
You
last
make the
year.
big dance and halfway through the granny you go, no, fuck it, boys. We'll come back next week.
Can we bring that rule back? If you finish first, you get the mulligan.
What's going on here?
Can you plug your headphone jack into there?
Yeah.
Just 'cause it's easier.
We are plugging in the headphone jack for those at home. Or on the road, or wherever you're watching or listening from.
Don't put that in your ears. That'll hurt.
It sounds like that wasp is back.
You alright, mate?
How was that?
No, I'm better. The chocolate's got me, mate.
The chocolate?
We're still at half time.
Not the doozy?
No. Should we get that water stuff sorted out?
I'm a little bit thirsty myself. I might go drink out of the tap.
You gotta get some water if you need some.
Nah, it's,
Is it that 70 thing that?
oh, if that's alright.
No.
They're downstairs. No. Uber eats some water.
Did we settle on? Was it the Coventry's we settled on as the best set of brothers? Is that what we're going with? Or?
No, we're going. No.
No.
No, I don't think.
Set of brothers, it would have to be the Dacos brothers, wouldn't it?
Well, that's how the
The
conversation
question is, the
started.
conversation started was Levi and Will or Nick and Josh all time. Who's it
Yeah,
gonna be?
Mack.
Or Chad and Corey Warner.
Mack asked a really good question. The other Dill's going to the toilet. I need to go give it a slap.
Let it air out, bro.
I was gonna shotgun next. But all right, you
No,
go.
I wouldn't go in the. I wouldn't go in the one.
I'll just wait till I get home.
The closest one.
Closest one.
Yeah.
The taller guy says, "Get the emergency plumber down to Richmond. Dill has clogged the whole area."
No, it was.
So,
It wasn't a cloggy one. It was very, a lot of loose stool. All right, so
yeah.
we knew this was going to happen. By the way, I'm sorry if you're talking about this, but we knew this was going to happen. Lions haven't won before half time.
Yep.
They've always been down anyway. So
Comeback Kings.
This is expected.
Yeah. What was the stat at the start? They've won the last 8 games
That they trailed it
at half time. Yep.
Yep.
So
So don't
if
get
they
out
don't win,
them
then
Lions.
they're breaking a trend. But it's going to be hard to shut down the Wisp. He's at 21 at half time. He's on fire, Dacos.
I don't think he's been tagged properly. Like, not properly. I don't think he's actually been tagged
Here he is. He's had,
from what I've watched.
yeah, he's had 21, 4 clearances, 2 goal assists, 430 metres gained. Yeah. And his brother and Steele and Pendles are all on fire as well. So,
God, it annoys me that the Pies are still good.
this is going to be a hot second
But
half.
they're calling them the second half specialists. It's hot up there. It's muggy. It's made for Brisbane. So
They
Yeah.
hit each other too.
can we just check what is Brisbane paying to win this game now?
Let me check the odds.
Because I'm not a betting man, but I'd be having a sneaky $2.50 on it.
Where are we? What's that? The app.
$2.75.
$2.75
it's
for
not-
Brisbane to reel them in.
It's not like juicy enough, is it?
Hey Matt, do you want to put those headphones in?
1 to 39.
Just in here.
No, they're already in, so just whack them on your head.
Oh, that's these ones.
That's the go. Brisbane 1 to 9 at 6.50, under 10 points.
What does that mean? Sorry, one.
It means Brisbane under 10 points.
Under 10 points.
Because if they win, I don't think they're going to win by more than 10 points. So
Well, I tipped. Said 3 points.
What am I trying to listen for?
Good.
yeah,
I'm okay.
Mack
Thanks,
could
mate.
tag with fucking keep.
yeah, I'll have the draft. Yeah, thanks, Willy. Yeah, so Pendles and Dakes have had
Do we not have
9.
any water at all?
Pendles and Dakes have had 9 clearances between them, and the next best players had 2.
And I don't know if Jared Berry was going there at the start, but he's definitely getting into him now.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He wasn't, so they're tagging him second half.
Seems like.
Might see Brisbane's pressure around the ball lift a bit here.
It's interesting seeing Hoskin Elliott play forward. Like, you always see him sort of like as a winger. Like, you never really see him leading up towards the footy, do you? Maybe, but Bobby Hill tried to hit him up earlier too out of the square. Like, he seems to be actually playing.
There we go. He's actually being tagged.
Yeah.
So, I was surprised by how many games Hoskin Elliott played 226 games.
He's been pretty consistent with his former Giant. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, the 5 years there.
So 5 years at the Giants.
Yeah, 2012 through 16, and then 17 through 25 at the Pies.
What you should do, Flannas, is go through all the Collingwood over 30s and say which ones are going to go again next year.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, don't mind that.
I've got a good idea, guys. What about we go through the Collingwood players over 30 and we see who's going to go again next year? That was my idea.
That's why you're the boss, because you come up with ideas like that.
Thank you very much.
Genius. All right, thank you, mate. Beautiful. All right, let's go. Collingwood.
Red Bulls after like 6 p.m. are dangerous, Taylor.
Living on the edge.
I might get one.
He doesn't give a shit.
Where'd you get that from?
The fridge. Call me Abel Canadian.
Call him Will. I don't give a shit, Taylor.
All right. So, McStay 30 goes on.
Delist. No, he goes on.
Cameron 30.
Goes on.
Membry 31.
Yep.
Hoskin Elliott 32.
Yep.
Myercheck 32.
Yep.
Crisp 32.
Yep.
Jamie Elliott 33.
Jesus,
Yep.
bit happening here.
Sidebottom 34.
It's interesting. It's like I think he does. Yes.
Mason Cox 34.
Nah, he's done.
Never know with the big boys. They can fire up in
mid-year
and kick 10, but
Jeremy
50.
Jeremy Howe 35.
Far out. That's getting on, isn't it?
And Scott Pendlebury 37.
Jeez. I don't think Pendles should go again. I just think like 37, 38 next year. I think that he could do damage to his legacy if you go that too many years.
Yeah.
Like, I think Matthew Lloyd always said the best compliment you can always get is that you retired too early. It's like people think that you could have kept going versus going, oh, fuck, you probably shouldn't have gone again, you know?
Bede, could you grab me a Red Bull if that's alright? Yes. Thanks, mate.
What do you think?
I feel like
Red Bulls.
if he's not on massive coin and they've got the ability to manage him and not have to play him every week, they can play him as sub, a few games.
But do you want to see Nat Five playing waffle?
Bede asked this before, but do you think when he...
I don't.
Still so good.
In 15 years from now, are we talking about when Fife was playing waffle, or are we talking about when he won 2 Brownlows, you know?
Yeah. And what are you talking about?
But no one's going to remember that he bombed out in his last year.
Oh, I think you do.
You reckon?
Yeah. Because people forget quickly how good players were. Like,
for example, Brett. I don't think about Brett bottoming out at Giants at all. I think about Brett playing Richmond.
No, but you do, like...
Yeah,
that's probably a different scenario with Brett.
But that's just an example. I'm trying to give
you think about Brett leaving the Richmond and not playing the Flags.
Yeah, but I'm talking about who's a player that just fizzled their career out.
Another one to consider from a Collingwood perspective is he's got the opportunity next year to knock off Brent Harvey's all-time games record, which Collingwood may want to see him do.
Who's that, Pendles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's on 400. This is 409. Harvey 429. So he needs 20 more games. He could play half of them as sub.
Do you want to do that though? Like, I don't. Yeah, you can, I suppose. But
if he's not on big coin, I reckon they might.
Absolutely.
You know?
I'd love to see
Yep.
Pendles do that.
I just think you don't want to see him go out like on a low.
Like Buddy did.
Well, yeah, like
There's my thing. I'm not
Buddy
thinking,
Franklin
I'm
was
not.
referred to by Baldy there.
It's rough. That's rough on.
No, you're too invested in.
No,
the
all right.
nuance
Well,
there.
well, here's the
No
thing.
one watches
You're
Sydney.
too
No one
invested
watches
to
Sydney.
comment on that because
He was great right up to the end when he did his
Okay.
last hammy.
Well, there's another one for you. Brad Johnson was he when
I'm not thinking about Brad
He's
Johnson
like-
last year. Where he
Brad
was,
Johnson
yeah.
was putrid in his
I'm not
last
thinking, I'm not thinking about.
yeah his last couple of years he's playing
Brady
around.
was heaps better than that.
He's playing around with blokes like Barry Hall, Jason Ackermanis.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not thinking about.
God,
Buddy.
how
And
do
like-
how do you remember Brad Johnson playing? I don't even remember him playing.
Brad Johnson,
I'm like 5
like-
years older than him.
I still hold a grudge
He was
against
playing
the Bulldogs
300
winning that
games
final.
when I was like really starting to notice footy.
Right.
And like
I don't even
when I
really
was like
remember
5
watching
or
Brad
6.
Johnson play.
That,
Do you reckon? Like, I'm not saying I love Brad Johnson, but
Oh,
no, I'm not going
I
to say
love
anything
him.
bad. I'm just saying, I just feel like in the modern day, he wouldn't get it played very
His
well.
archetype's very weird, isn't it?
Like, as in, just a small forward doesn't suit the
Yeah.
game anymore.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not as electric as Toby though, not as powerful as
Not
Toby.
as
Yeah.
powerful.
It's a weird archetype.
Like,
Because
he's only like 180 and played full forward.
you look at
Right.
you look at small forwards, and
He
like
could-
this,
he could
the
play high
archetype
forward, though.
these days is like a Boomer Harvey.
Yeah.
Like Boomer Harvey could still play this modern
Yeah.
AFL game.
Like, who would you say is Brad Johnson of the? Yeah.
One day.
Will Taylor,
No, Will.
Very
Talking about the AFL.
very similar sort of.
I never think
That's a
about
great
That's a
kid.
danger. Oh, it's centering. I thought it was in
Johnson.
there. Back line.
Like, you'd almost. I'm really trying to
Let
think.
me
of
look at the
it.
AFL.
And like I loved
real
watching
quick.
Brad Johnson play. He was great. Kicked obviously a couple hundred goals. Played.
Kicked a lot more than a couple of hundred. I reckon he kicked like 600-700 goals, didn't he?
He played 300 and some games. Never got a sniff of a flag. Always bombed
Well-
out in the prelims. Yeah.
And what were they? 5 goals up in
I don't
97?
hand him out, Will.
No, they don't
I
bloody
don't hand him out.
They do not hand him
Unless
out.
Bevo gives one to Bob Murphy, he got one.
Someone did ask in the
fake.
chat, who would you rather see get a medal, Bob Murphy or Oscar McInerney, who just kicked another goal?
Oh, Mack.
Oh, Mac.
Bob Murphy. I remember feeling really sad for him when they won. When I was 7. No, I wasn't 7.
I didn't.
You
I was
would have
playing
been
against
7. You would
us.
have been like
2016. I was like
you would have been like 13.
12. No, 13. No, 12.
Playing against us. The umpires
No,
rigged it.
11.
It was a rort. I hated that game.
Well, can he just post him?
What was it? So, Brad Johnson kicked 550 goals. That's a lot of goals.
Yeah. Really underrated.
See, in 20 years, when I look back at Buddy Franklin, I see it as he kicked his 1,000th and then he retired.
I still think of Buddy
I don't
Franklin as Hawthorn, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I know that hurts you.
No.
Well, I see it as well because I remember.
I'm sorry, Flanders. He didn't win a
brutal.
flag with Sydney.
Yeah, I understand that. He put so many bums on seats. He
Yeah, I know
raised
he
the profile of footy in Sydney,
How-
raised the Sydney membership,
Yeah.
Yes,
turned
I
the
know, but
SCG into a fortress.
But he was at his prime at Hawks.
I reckon his
Yeah.
first few years at the
That's cool.
Swans, he was kicking some better goals.
No,
Our friends at Red
no, I disagree, mate. What about all his running goals?
Mate,
He kicks. His
he
most
kicked
iconic goals.
Back to back, like
I
goal
don't
of the
think any
year
of his goals at
in
Swans
one
would make
game.
his top 10 goals.
What?
Oh,
I remember it.
I'm actually with Dyl.
I remember it pretty vividly.
That's
Mate, what about the one he kicked against Adelaide where he bombed it from like 60 and he just did
Yeah,
this for the-
2000.
was that the one he
2006.
kicked against Adelaide where he's running along the boundary
Don't
line
remember
and
it.
Daniel Tarley
No.
is chasing after him. He's in the Schwannings jumper. He's,
yeah, but he did that twice in
Did
the
it
same
twice
game against
and
Essendon.
faster
yeah, I know.
again at
Daniel
Hawks.
Tarley's quicker
What's
than
the
Carter
most he
Hooker.
kicked in a season?
And then one he did where he jumped over
Was he in
the
Adelaide as
player.
well?
He kicked 100.
That was the year I remember
this one.
because Fev kicked 99
Yeah.
and they guarded Fev like crazy and I remember I was mad.
Yeah, I was
like
there. I
6.
remember that.
Yeah, this one, 80 metres out, just
He's got a
that game he flicked it.
But he's done that against.
He sold it off.
Done that for
Alapati
Hawthorn.
Carlisle, and he turned him inside out.
against Port. Could we just get some buddy highlights up on it?
Just play the Swans one because the Hawks will go over too long.
Well, that's just another question for the chat. When you think of it in the grand scheme of things, is any Sydney Swans goals going to be in his top 10?
Yes.
Well, like even with Chris Judd,
Yes.
do you think of him
I think
West Coast or Carlton?
I'll tell you what, the best mark of his career was the last one he took. The
Juddy?
best mark of, sorry, Buddy.
Oh, no, we moved on.
Sorry, okay, Juddy. Yeah, sorry. I'm still thinking about Buddy.
Yeah.
I think
he
of
wasn't
like,
a great contested mark, but he didn't need to be.
I think
the
of
last one was his
one
best,
highlight for
A very
for
last.
Juddy, and it was like he took 3 bounces, fucking weaved
The
through
West
4
Coast?
blokes,
Yeah, against Brisbane.
kicked
Yeah.
a snag.
It's the one against the Bulldogs as
Yeah,
well.
that was
very
West Coast
pinball-
Juddy was
pinball-
like,
yeah, West Coast
way
Juddy.
before my time.
West Coast Judd,
He
like
was
even at the
cruel.
highlights tapes were just crazy. Like
What,
that game
what
he
year
kicked-
did he go to Carlton?
It must have been like 2008
07,
or
8?
7.
Yeah.
But
That's
he
when I
kicked-
was just starting to get
No,
conscious.
it would have been 2008 or 9 because after the grand final years.
That's when I started caring about
Yeah,
Carlton.
5,
yeah.
6, 7 was.
Flanners,
Yeah.
I'd like to.
Was it end of 07 when?
Yeah, maybe then.
Yeah.
Flanners, I'd like to
Start of
jog
08,
your memory
yeah.
back to Buddy, mate.
Yeah.
The footage that was released of him bowling to Usman Khawaja
Love it.
recently.
Yeah.
Love
What
it.
do you think of his action?
I would love for him to bowl for the Stars, to be honest. come
Big,
You wouldn't miss a game?
big wide release. And
Yeah, the big left arm. The big left armer, get him in at the Stars.
Would you miss a Stars game if he was out there?
He doesn't miss him
No,
anyway.
I love the Stars. Go to Stars. Get
You'd
around
put a
there.
lot more money into him though if Buddy was their opening bowler.
Yeah, I'd make sure that I've got all my merch.
He didn't look out of
Last year.
place, did he?
Jeez,
Like,
it's
he knew what he was doing.
It's a real wide.
No, he bowled well.
It's a real wide action.
Looks like a nice place.
Bit of a sling on it. But yeah, was he struggling to handle it? I guess it's off a bit of a short run there.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
And it's getting released from a very high vantage point.
Tell you what, how do they hang out together? How are they mates?
But I don't know, but I love it.
I think Uzi's still got family in Sydney because that's where he grew up.
Yeah.
He
But Buddy doesn't live in Sydney anymore.
Oh
He's in-
yeah,
he
no,
lives in
he's
Queensland.
moved up to Queensland.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
Uzi's
there you
captain
go.
of
He lives in Queensland
in the
now.
cricket.
It looks like a.
It looks like they're in like Fiji or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Juddy. That's a left foot goal.
Maybe the families.
He's chipped that left
They've linked
foot
up over the years.
into the fence.
Roach and Jacinta.
I'd love to meet Jody.
Go Hawks. Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't really think of Juddy much with feathers.
Oh no, this
He's
has been a
bowling.
oh no.
Oh, here we go. Dacos for a goal.
Take us for a goal. Tick that off.
Wow.
Did that.
And get a little bit of push.
I'll tell you what, that's
Oh, he loves it.
that's seriously impressive for someone who's getting that heavily tagged to just keep running, and then that's amazing. That is
Sorry, I
seriously
was
amazing.
too busy watching Chris Judd highlights.
Yeah.
Should we do a preemptive Dacos 30 tag as well?
Yeah.
Well, he's on 25.
So
So
we're nearly
Put it
there.
on.
How's Zorks going? Is he alright?
Zorks is on 14.
Okay, so
Oh,
Big fourth quarter for Zorks. Geez, I was locked in on that pod deal. Listen to that one on the way back.
You
from
like
LA.
Zorks?
Yeah. Jeez.
Gee whiz. That's
Look at
it.
him just keep moving.
Jackson Payne, Jack Payne had to mark that. Like, look at this. Like, you can't be dropping that.
where's that Buddy Franklin mark from the Schwani? Last year.
Well, Dane didn't want to cop it from Faves.
No, I saw that.
Is there now? Here's a question: is there a little bit of like, because Fags is obviously one of the only coaches that didn't play AFL.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a little bit of like, not disrespect, but like,
Nah, not at all. Not for fakes.
it's like, oh, you didn't play at the highest level, and you're trying to like tell me how to play.
Nah, I wouldn't have
Whatever.
thought.
Oh, you ask it from like a perspective of a Lions man.
Yeah, like Dane Zorko then obviously wasn't happy with what Fags was saying, kind of like, oh, what would you know?
You reckon there is a bit of that?
No, that's not what he's saying.
Well, no, that's what I'm asking.
Just asking the question,
Just don't even ask. It's a stupid question. Just don't even fucking ask.
It's a stupid question.
Honestly,
Thanks, mate.
if you're gonna ask dumb questions like that, you can piss off.
Yeah, Killer, I do apologise, mate. The 1,000th goal will be in the top 10. Just for the moment.
It's just how have we got so accustomed to him wearing goggles? Like,
Oh no, he's done.
My
That's
son.
not good. That's not
I feel
good.
like that's like
That's a big moment.
Oh, excuse me.
Fly's gonna be looking at that one and he's gonna be
Not happy with that.
IQ.
You can,
see situations like that. Surely Dacos has had one of them.
wow. Still side bottom is going on. Alright, if you could take either one of side bottom or Pendlebury next year.
Oh, where's the talk, boys? And he's called it.
Wait, what?
No, back. There's a free
Oh,
kick.
gee.
If you could take only one of side bottom or Pendlebury next year, who do you take?
Oh, next year. Oh, you
can only take
Steele. Like
Pendles on morale.
Pendles is one of the greatest to ever do it, but
who's older?
I think
Pendles. Zork's off. Was he right?
Nah, he's just a
He's
bit
just blowing
upset.
up. Yeah.
I think Pendles is older, and also has a basketball background. So
True, because he might go play NBL.
Yeah, he could go play NBL for the
Dad said I could get a game for the NBL, I reckon.
Jeez, Bucko.
What?
I would love.
I've seen that comp, mate. I could get a game, honestly.
Jeez, I'd love to hook this up.
Mate, I played in the 9-year A's at my school, and I reckon we won the team of the year at my school, and I dead set reckon we could beat half of the teams in the NBL.
Mon was really keen on it.
Yeah.
Watch this space. Clubby Sports domestic basketball team.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw that.
Yeah, I don't want to get picked up to the NBL. I can't be bothered.
Mon wants to be the team manager.
Is there a way that you can register to not be drafted?
Little content angle as well, mate.
Yeah.
We won't use our IP. We'll be called
Chubby Sports.
Chubby Sports.
Yes.
And we'll make our own IP.
Yes.
We're taking over.
We're gonna make our own
I
merch
can't play
line.
Chubby Sports. I'm the opposite.
Dyl should be coach.
Yeah, Bucko's
Coach the team.
Bucko's ballers.
And then he just like comes out in the garbage minutes and just puts up a few layups in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It's funny after doing that podcast with Zorko, and he talks about his how he's on field, and then
He's angry.
the coach just sprays him, and he just goes, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
Because if you know what it's like when the coach, and you know you're wrong, but you're so angry, you just want to say, "Shut up." Yeah, 99% of people don't do that though, but.
John Smith's asked, instead of some Chris Judd highlights, can we have some NEAFL highlights for the third quarter break?
I would actually really like that.
We can also call Scott. You've got your headphones.
Oh!
Yeah, we got the headphones.
Billy!
Oh, he's kicked 3 behind.
Lincoln just said,
Hey, I actually got
Fred's mention
actually
from
got
Mitch with a tick.
Mitch who? Cleary? I actually got
I don't know.
You know we could play at half time. I actually got sent all of my 18 goals in AFL. We can rate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we're not.
Yeah.
I just want to say this: we're not analysing them. We're
Just watch through.
throwing a
Yeah,
number.
watch through. It's fine.
No pausing. No, just throwing a number.
Maybe
Here it is. Dyl
analyse
career goals.
Could Mack do this?
Yeah.
Can I send them to you?
The link.
Could.
Talking about the link.
I'll send you the goals and put them up at 3/4 time.
And I'll send better league.
Oh wow! Wow!
I love-
Wow!
Oh, is this good for a multi?
Jeez,
Snapchat.
that bloke was loving it.
Quayne was really
come
playing some good footy tonight.
Come on, Jamie. Jamie's kicked 0-3 tonight.
I can't take people
Dude.
seriously who take photos like this.
Who?
Who's doing that?
Round 19, 2023.
Oh, lucky in the crowd.
It's about
What is it?
I'm just downloading it.
Yeah, apparently they mentioned Dylan Friends on the
at the
coverage.
5:35 mark.
Might be to do with the
It would be Zorko.
Zorko, yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, Jamie.
Jamie.
Happy 200th, Jamie.
Good boy, Jamie.
Is that his second or first? That's first.
That's his first.
Okay.
200
need one more.
games and another 100 more.
Do you know who I had a chat with last night for like 20 minutes on FaceTime?
Yeah.
Chris Yarran.
Chris Yarran.
Chris Yarran, how is
Randomly
he?
just called
Really
me.
fast runner.
Mate,
And how
one of the
else
best-
are you doing?
No, really well. He's doing really well. He's obviously had some challenges, but he's doing really well. It was so random. I don't have like even the Messenger app normally downloaded, and I downloaded it because I had to do something, and all of a sudden it just pops up. Chris Yarran is FaceTiming you.
Have a look at some of the
It's
speeches
amazing.
that Jamie Elliott's taking, and like all the goals that he's
What do you want me to airdrop that to,
Mate.
Beat? Is it? In
That
there?
was pretty cool.
Oh, it's an airdrop.
I can do a Club Mini Mac or Producey Mac Mini.
Yeah, producing.
All right, here's a Carlton forward line. I'm just going to run you through from memory. So we got Jared Waite. Who was our big key forward?
Jared Waite. You had Lockie Henderson there as well.
Lockie Henderson, Eddie Betts,
Matty
Chris
Watson.
Yarran,
Yeah, Garlett.
Garlett,
Yep.
Yeah, Dennis Armfield.
Des Armfield,
Robbo.
Dylan Buckley. Those are the twos.
back flank there.
Yeah.
Matty Watson.
Nah, not in those days. I wasn't playing. You could even put Dave Allard in there, maybe.
Yeah.
They
On the
were,
bench.
you know what, we were shit, but they were the golden years. Murph, Gibbs, Juddy,
Simo.
Walker, Simo,
Yeah.
Michael Jamison.
Michael Jamo.
Jamo. Yep.
Jamo that year, Jamo had where
Yeah.
he played on Nick Rewalt. It was nearly all Australian. He could have gone to Hawthorn actually, Jamo. And before, what's the bloke's name that went to Hawthorn from Melbourne? Frawley. Yeah, they wanted Jamo, and Jamo said no, and then Frawley went.
When I was a kid,
won
I
a
used
flag.
to always get really confused because
You declined it.
you know that Carlton draft ad where they're like,
No, I didn't.
Michael Jamison?
Yeah.
And I was like, is that Michael Jamison who plays for Carlton?
Is
I couldn't
that-
work out that there'd be
Is
two.
that Carlton's Michael Jamison in a
I remember,
Carlton draft
I
ad?
was like, he's a footy player, he's not an actor. And I was like mad confused. I never could wrap my head around it.
Big kick. Big kick here, Checkers.
Hey?
It'd be weird if Jamo on a flag.
So weird.
Oh, Brody Morchek.
Brody Mychek's brother played for Swanhill last year.
I reckon Lockie Neal flicks it in the last quarter and they come back. Oh, go.
They're going to have to flick it now. They're going to have to kick 2 here in the last 6.
We had
Sure.
Luke Hodges'
It's a low
brother play
scorer.
at our local club once.
Oh,
Did
That's
Luke
no
ever come
good.
to any games?
I think he
Yeah,
came to
Pies
one
have just
game.
been
I think
too
he came to his
slick,
debut.
and Brizzy haven't been slick enough
Yeah.
all night.
Big
This
key
bloke,
forward,
he's
but
just
the ball never
taking
came
the
down
piss.
play, so
taking the piss,
he
and
used
it's
to get-
mate.
he used to get pretty upset when the when no one was
Will, no talking to people off camera, please. It's very confusing.
Sorry.
Brody Mychek came and
Just
watched
talk-
his brother play one game, and my mate Bol said, "Hey, Checkers, how are you, mate?" And apparently he just looked at him and didn't say anything.
And again,
he's hated him
at the
ever
pen-
since. Like every time we watch
Yeah.
Collingwood, and you know how he's always just
The
like
two
a
of them.
sneaky for one.
Yeah.
Like he's always just has one set shot a game. Every time Collingwood's on, Bol's just there going fucking miss.
Yeah.
And he's just hated him ever since.
He's got the footy now. And he's just hit him up.
Good bloody player, isn't he? Nice
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
400 subs.
NEAFL stories.
Yeah, NEAFL corner tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
doing a live pod. We'll invite down everyone.
I do want to see you.
Do you know who else I played against in NEAFL?
Tom Bulch.
Prime Train.
Prime train.
Yeah, he played for
How did-
Aspley. He
how
played
do you
for
say
Aspley
that?
Hornets.
Wait, how'd you guess that?
Yeah.
And then how?
Because I know.
Yeah, the
I
last
know
game I
he's-
ever played.
Hoskins.
The last
Train.
time I've ever played competitively, minus the Tura game, was against Prime Train.
Lovely
Yeah,
guy.
right.
Isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's an
much
unreal.
to do,
He's an
yeah.
unreal bloke.
Yeah, great guy.
Like,
He,
he's really nice. I met him once and he was really, really friendly.
Yeah, he cops. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're an
Yeah.
A-lister, man.
I want to go through some
No,
old
I
VFL
wasn't back
footage.
then,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Playing for the
His
Aston
mullet-
Hornets. This
his
was a very
mullet
fun
is
year
massive.
of VFL.
Here he is.
yeah, Astley.
Of cope.
Bang bang.
Hornets.
He's good at footy, isn't he?
He's good at footy,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the season where he got caught drinking a beer
And, like,
after a
ruined his
goal
career.
celebration.
The VFL,
Yeah, he kicked a goal and someone's like, "I have a beer." He runs over and takes a sip of it.
I don't think
Oh,
he did
was
that in
it
the
the
VFL.
NTFL?
Yeah.
Well, it was
It's
the
a
same
few
year.
stories you've just made up tonight, Will, which I don't normally mind.
It's just
But
Well, it was in the same year, so
Yeah, okay.
cut me some slack.
B, did you find that clip?
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember.
Yeah, true.
I remember a podcast clip of him talking about it, playing against you.
yeah. I didn't realise it was him till then. 'Cause
Yeah.
He looks very
I
different.
saw him in
obviously.
a, I saw him in a pub at Noosa. And I
Wasn't
was
as
like,
jacked
"Hey,
as he
how
is
are ya?"
now.
He could have easily just told me to get lost, but he was nice as to me.
I think Noosa.
Oh, you had to body line
Noosa
that,
is
Will.
his
Come on.
safe haven. Like, I think he grew up. He grew up in Queensland, and like, whenever he goes back, he's just so like earthy and so
Yeah,
one with nature and everything.
I loved.
He's
at
one
the,
with nature.
Clubby grand final breaking.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like mentioning him.
Yeah,
That was so cool.
yeah. He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's doing his footy tour again.
So that game where he had what was he? How many touches did he have in the game?
81.
81.
Did he break 100 this year?
No,
it was
that was an
81.
April Fool's prank.
Oh,
The
okay.
100.
God,
So
got me.
he posted his 81, and I was like, bullshit. And I watched it. He dead ass got 81.
Yeah, the amount of handball receives he got.
Oh.
Just like kick it to a teammate.
What level comp is that?
Yeah,
It was like
that div
it was
clubs would
real
cover by 40.
like. It was real like country bumpkin like.
Okay.
Was it a setup
Footy.
like feed prime?
It was just like
stat pad.
So bad.
It was just like
that he-
kick it, and then he runs and gets the handball, kicks it.
And it wasn't even like
Yeah,
they weren't.
yeah.
He wasn't doing it on purpose. Like
That's
stat pad.
20 disposals a quarter though.
No,
Yeah,
no. But if you
ridiculous.
watch it, like he dead ass does.
No,
it.
I know. I'm just saying it's a lot of touches.
That was
To even think about like the most touches in an AFL game is 56.
It's just
Is it
about
Ablett?
was
No,
it
it's
56?
Tom Mitchell, is it not?
just about
Nah.
game done.
Ah,
I
Why
swear
are
it's
you
Tom-
making up all these
Tom
things
Mitchell.
again?
Tom Mitchell.
It's
Bob
Gary
Evans.
Ablett and Scott Thompson, I'm pretty sure, are equal on the 56. I think Gary Ablett had it twice and Scott Thompson once.
Maybe Titch had 54.
He'll be taking that to his.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tommy.
You should know that.
You have the
Don't you
most
have to
touches.
like?
You have
Don't
the
you
most
when you
touches.
walk in have to like recite all of his like possessions and stuff when you go in there?
Nah, see, we're on two completely different spectrums. He gets lots of the footy, I get fuck all of the footy.
Yeah.
So
Tom Mitchell 54, 2018 against
right,
Collingwood.
Tommy.
Yeah. But that's not the most.
Diesel Williams 53.
No, 56. Gary Ablett.
Gary Ablett 53. It says here.
Oh,
Oh, Buckers!
Hey, don't preempt
what are you
it, B.
doing? What the hell?
First touch,
Just
first goal.
wait.
Good goal, early, but.
Are you a part of the one?
Beat. Don't spoil it. We
Are
got
you
to
part
wait
of-
till three-quarter time
Are
finishes.
you a part of the
Show
first
my
kick,
one,
first goal
if you
club?
want.
Yeah,
You need your headphones to be able to hear it.
Oi,
Okay, yeah.
Punters will be able to hear it.
All right, great. We'll put him on at three-quarter time.
I'm actually not kidding. I think I remember that game. Wait, was it a Friday night, your first game?
It was a night game. I don't remember.
'Cause I
my
feel like-
best mate got done drink driving after that game because it's probably not.
Shouldn't have done that.
No.
Be safe behind the wheel, guys.
Yeah.
And if you've had a few doozies tonight, make sure you call.
Just get
cab.
an Uber. Don't get a cab. Get an Uber.
Get an Uber.
Call your mates.
You would have had a good
Walk.
night though.
Just
if you had a
walk.
few
Nature's
doozies.
Uber.
Yeah. That way you can detox as well.
And you can think. Just take some time to yourself.
Come on, Charlie.
Give us something, Brisbane.
Yeah. Shit quarter for
Yeah,
the-
shit, they're not coming back.
6 unanswered in the last. Jeez, it's a tough ask. Pies are the real deal.
It's seeming that way, doesn't it?
I'm sick of him being the real deal.
There's a corky in the hammy or something.
Cop that, checkers. That's for Swan Hill.
He's got meaty legs.
Jesus.
He does. He
No,
has
but-
massive legs.
My check's from Tasmania.
Yeah, but his brother played a game for played a year for Swan Hill.
Yeah, right.
And he came and watched, and then he burnt bowl and bowl yelled out to him.
He's a bit of a grumpy bugger, I think.
Yeah. Well, bowl will remember that.
Damn, if I had a clip to show you, Beat, I would. But since we're all wheeling up our highlights at the
I've got
moment.
Flannas' one.
So this one is about to show. We were talking about Buddy Franklin before. This is the last mark he ever took. This is the last game he played before he pinged his hammy. And he was. It doesn't need volume. It's just like still going right till his very last breath, giving everything he had. Absolute superstar of the game.
I thought this was your
That's
goal.
a goal.
That's a goal for free. That's not
Yeah,
funny.
next one. Here we go. Look at this. One-on-one against Alex Pearce. Like you'd say he faded in his later years, in his last couple of years. Look at this bloke. Oh, mate, he's still going. He's still
He's
going
very good.
right to the
But
last breath.
Buddy, what I will say
Absolute
is this: Buddy,
superstar.
at his worst, was still an A-grade player. So
Yeah.
like, it's not a downfall. It's just saying it's more of a compliment of how good he
People reckon he
was.
fell off, and that was the last. He pinged his hammy going too hard in the next game, and never played again. Walked away.
Oh.
From the game. But God,
Daniel!
unless you're a Swan supporter, you don't really.
Yeah, don't
didn't see
tease
it
the
all.
next one.
Okay, I want to pause them after each one so we can check them. I just want to let it run out because it goes quickly if we can. Not that long.
You want to pause and
It's a
dissect?
YouTube short. It's only 60 seconds.
There's 18 goals there, so.
That's what I was going to say. We just go as they're rolling, we just throw a number.
All right, that's fine. If you want to do that?
And then we can dissect the good ones.
Yeah, sure.
Nah? You want
That's
to? Nah, you slow him down. He wants us to watch the whole thing.
No, it's fine.
We'll put him in 0.5.
No, I don't fucking care.
He's tearing up. Chat, he's crying.
Quick BWS stat check before we get stuck into that. We've got 27 seconds left in the quarter. Nick Dacos has 28, so he's got 2 left until he hits the 30, which we need. Not far behind him is Josh Dacos with 20, still solid.
Elliott!
19.
Yes!
Billy has just got 2, so we just tick one off.
Tick it!
Tick that off.
Come on.
Oh, now we just need Zorks.
And he is on 15. He needs 10 in the last.
Fuck.
Zork in the
no.
last. Got everything else though.
Oh no.
Yeah, we need 10 from Zork in the last. If
That's
Brisbane
fine.
If Brisbane are going to come back and win this, they need Zork to have 10 in the last. So, but it doesn't look like it. Billy's just got another one, and the Pies are out by 7 goals.
Oh.
He was on Dylan Friends literally this week.
Yeah, 10 touches is
It would be fitting.
a lot.
And he's angry too.
Yeah. He's fired up.
Getting a lot of messages about the Zorko stuff, actually.
The Fagan Zorko stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Fags has Zork in a headlock on the bench. He's not getting it.
Fags, come on, stop fighting.
Fags, let him be, please.
So that's it, Siren, 3/4 time. Brisbane needs 7 unanswered
Fags
goals.
is pretty ready himself.
Time for some Dyl Buckley hard.
Alrighty, let's put our headphones on, or?
Do you want the sound? Do we need the sound?
Oh, we don't need it.
Alright.
We'll just talk through
Let's
these.
watch him.
So we're just going to...
Big screen, please, just and everyone looking a little bit. So. That's too small for mine. Okay, so that was Mitch Robinson over. This is just cheeky there.
That's
that's
First kick.
first goal.
Fired up.
I'm going to rate that.
Okay, no, just context of this one.
5 minutes left.
A big hook.
Oh yeah, feel free to pause if you want context.
That's what I was saying. Like more context here. We've just come back from 40 points down,
I'm
and that one
you
was.
guys in a small box actually. I think that
Yeah, I would like it a bit bigger, if that's possible. That game against West Coast Marvel, we've just come down back from 40 points at half time, and this is the goal to put us back in front
By a point.
by a point. Or it might even be to draw it.
No, I saw it was by a
Was it
point. So emotions
Emotions
really
are
high.
Yeah, that's why I think context is key.
Yeah, well, that context is... Sorry, it is key. I was sorry so much to skip through them, because the first goal, first kick,
Yeah.
that's a 9 because it's your first ever. And it's your first kick and it's off to your left.
Second one, big comeback. Put him in front by a point.
Yeah.
Also,
Big hook
It's
from
almost my
45.
favourite.
Also, running away from
Yeah.
direction of goal and then to be able to put on your left.
No, the second one's
That's
actually
class.
my favourite.
Alright,
Okay. Sam Rowe.
Sammy Rowe.
Could have probably handballed it over the
Nah.
top if you.
There's no one there.
Bit like the hook.
Murph gives him love.
Yeah, alright. So Kane, Robbie Warnock, Kane Lucas, snap.
Big goal.
That's a big snap as well.
And we love it. We love it.
And he's teed up.
Yeah.
Shugs in too, he getting around. Oh,
This one's pretty
junk time minutes.
Oh, just against the Swannies, pretty easy that. So,
Yeah.
Actually, I was sub that night, so I just come on a sub.
Can't.
Yeah. I didn't celebrate. It's just like,
can't celebrate.
oh, this is actually fucked up. Watch this. It's probably my best kick ever done.
Oh, he's found the leading one. Bang. 60 metres. And it's...
That's
Oh, you're trying to play it cool.
oh, this one.
I'm rating the Sallies. I'm judging the Sallies more than the goals.
Oh, Checky!
You haven't seen that one?
Yeah, cool.
Do you know that didn't even get goal of the week? It didn't even get in the top 3 fucking goals of the week.
Nah, wait, swing that one back, I reckon.
Yeah, go back.
I'm happy to go back.
Yeah, go back for that one.
Because I like the Sallies
so
where you
quick.
play
Yeah,
it
that
cool
one.
and then you give skin.
Yeah, you really don't know what's happening. And then you just
Yeah.
That's cool. That was cool, dude. I'm rating the Sallies.
This Sally's probably my favourite.
Who's the bloke? Oh, is that
Sean
Aaron
Lemons.
Hall? Oh, Shawnee Lemons.
Yeah, keep up, brother.
It's a big goal. Playing it cool. That's not a bad sally.
Mitch Honeychurch, I ruined his career here because he just didn't. Yeah, there he is. See Mitch. See Mitch.
Mitch Honeychurch doesn't really know.
Cool sally. Look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Great that.
A little high five to Cooper, I think. Yeah.
As we all know, Mitch Honeychurch had a stellar career.
Yeah, no, but that ruined it for sure.
Just looking at the ball.
What do you think?
It's a banana.
Mate, it's a snap.
No. Oh, is it a snap?
Yeah, you look in the eyes.
To be honest, I don't know how it went through.
That fan was stoked with a high five.
Is that Nick Gray?
Mate, I missed the Mars bar logo on the Colts.
Oh, this one they didn't get a good angle, but it's got the hands off Andrew Wilson.
Good goal. Quick response. And it's good close in the game as well. So.
Not as good as you won against Melbourne.
Mate, watch this one. Just a little chip. Just a little pitching wedge.
You could still be playing there.
Pitching wedge, that one. The pitching wedge.
Oh, this Charlie Curnow off the half-back.
Oh, this is a real chip.
Pick up. You burnt Matty Boyd there. You really first goal of the game.
Jed Lamb.
Thanks, man. Really burnt him there.
He should have probably went back and kicked it. To be fair.
Oh, this was just up a one-stepper off 60.
This is like a Sunday 6 power. Sunday 4
In the respect round as well.
Respect that.
Andrew Phillips. Oh, this, mate, watch this. This is like, again, watch, under. How'd that go through? Like, get some better angles. You know what I mean?
I'm taking notice at the time in the game, so these, like, we're up. You haven't.
You know, it's actually, this was a contested mark, actually.
Who are you playing in Ballarat?
That's in Tassie.
Oh, that is Tassie.
Very windy that day. 1-1, I think.
You're not a big Sally man. And he's a high, but no one really wants.
And Zorks gives away a free kick, and you.
No, I don't think so. Oh no, I'd already marked it, and it got
downfield.
Downfield.
The margin just 19 points.
Carlton legend.
Carlton this one.
23 years old.
37 games, 12 career goals.
Big set shot.
Against the 4,000.
Ran through Tom Buckley.
Yeah, yeah. And you run past Nathan Jones and you quickly get
back. Jonesy. No, I said no, Jones, it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you just got to give their hands here.
You love him from 50.
Bucko's little three-steppers from 50.
The small forward prefers to stay out of the square.
This one was only 80.
This one is just a bit wrong.
You're not going to get much pure goal.
Oh, that's 50. That's 50.
Mate, it goes over the fucking fence.
He kicked it out of here.
Oh, that one?
Your celebrations aren't that good. Like,
this one's a little bit of candy.
Oh,
yeah. I think that was my last stop for Carlton.
See, people forget you weren't actually that shit at footy.
No, thanks, bro. This is just a full craft. Where do you get to? You got to get into the V, really.
The first one in the orange. That's why they're showing you low.
It was first and last. This is the last one I kicked. I kicked two in this. They got dropped and played again. Yeah. What for? Look at this for just a set shot. That's right.
I don't see. Now, Dyl, I don't want to.
You can't really put that in.
I don't want to ruin your logic, but your big issue is that they got rid of you because you were getting in Jez's way.
Yes.
It looks like you were never inside the forward 50, so I don't think that's the reason. You were bombing them from 80.
That is fair.
So I think you need to go back to the drawing board of why they dropped you.
So how can you be clogging up the forward line when you're
not in it?
When you're not in there.
I think I was in the forward half. I think I was clogging up the forward half. I said play him deep and I'll go up the ground.
You should have been a winger that just floated forward.
I know.
Maybe we tell him to go back and.
Fuck, that's brought up some old wounds.
Nah, bro, look back and smile, man.
Nah.
Oh, it's 18 more AFL goals than we've kicked.
Yeah, should still be out there.
What's the most Supercoach points you ever had, Nick?
Oh, I wouldn't, mate, it would be about 3, I reckon.
Let's all take a guess.
Not many.
42.
What's your best game? You've had like 26 or something?
Well, one game I had like 7 tackles or something, so that's a lot, isn't it?
That's a few, yeah.
Oh!
I'll go.
He's missed it.
I reckon like 60?
103.
Nah, it wouldn't have been 100. I don't reckon I would have 100.
Never got 100 game? No.
Can you check, Pete?
I'm having a look.
Hang on, he's completely sprayed this one.
94 against Brisbane.
I wasn't far off.
Oh, that was that game. Yeah, that was the game. 20. I think I had 23.
Is that your best game?
It was the most possessions.
Oh my
That was the best
god.
game.
Logan Morris has missed on one of the smallest of angles.
I remember
Brisbane are having a stinker tonight.
I marked it. I missed one.
It's alright,
tonight.
they're good. They're good in the second half, guys.
Yeah, it's a bit late.
Hey, it's coming. Don't count out us Tigers.
7 straight goals, all off the boot of Zorks.
Mack, what should we do at 420 subscribers?
420.
We should.
We're gonna do
We
something
should.
off stream.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
No, actually, don't touch
Yeah.
that stuff.
Subscribe to the Clubby Patreon.
Shit's about to get weird.
Yeah. Turn all the lights off.
Lock in. Clubby lock in the studio. Cameras off.
Alright, guys, we're turning every camera off to lock in.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah. Tap the bell.
Sidebottom and Pendlebury had like injury issues last year. I feel like they were hampered or.
The longevity in the game now, like these older guys are getting so much better at keeping like fit and strong. I reckon. Like
'Cause last year they weren't that effective. Neither was Darcy. They had a few other blokes injured as well. But this year, like, you look at the Dacos.
oh, that was a knee to the head.
Oh,
yeah,
it
that
was.
was.
Yeah. It's an ear massage with a knee.
Say it before, but you got the 2 Dacos brothers who are just so in sync, and then you got Sidebottom and Pendlebury so in sync.
Oh my god.
This is if they kick this.
No, they haven't.
Oh
my god, that would have. Oh, he's bleeding out of his ear.
Very cute.
That would hurt.
He's actually bleeding out of his ear.
That's not good. So, top of the ear or inside the ear? Jeez.
You
Ed
wouldn't want to be
Allen
bleeding
surely
inside.
gets a Guernsey for tonight.
Yeah, get him on, Big Ed.
Yeah, come on, it's garbage time. Give him a run.
No, you know what
Yeah.
though?
They are humming along.
So how many dozzies?
So where did Pies go on that?
You got to get Ed Allen on now, don't you? Like, you
Up by 50. You might as well just tell.
Dane Zorko still
He's not
needs
even warming
10.
up. He's just sitting there scratching his ear.
It's had a bit of an off night, Zorks.
Do we cash out at $2.65?
They all have. The Pies, the Mines. Where are we?
It's a nice kick off the side of the.
Yeah, BWS stat check. For Brisbane.
Oh my god, that's brave. Good on you, Darth. Oh my
He's not even
god.
brave. He sort of just slipped. Poor fella. I bet it's ringing in there too.
Yeah.
It's not even brave.
He got pushed into him. It's brave, but like he didn't put himself
There's
there.
something about the number 20 on a Brisbane Lions jumper that just is the most iconic jumper ever for a 20.
Yeah.
I'd say.
What do we think about Pendles and Dacos having the same coloured boots?
Yeah,
say
good
even.
synergy.
Not a massive fan, personally.
I can't say I really thought about that. I hate that. I hate that on a boot where it's like one colour at the top and then it goes into another colour. Like for me, I like boots that just are all. They have to be consistently one colour.
Yeah. For me, I like my boots just full black.
Really?
No, I hate black boots. I reckon people who
No, I don't wear black boots.
warm up, Ed. I reckon people who wear black boots, they look like they've got like weights on their shoes. They move slower.
Yeah.
Agree.
Well, I move pretty slow already, so.
No, Will,
The
come
black-
on.
the
Who's,
black
is this
boots.
Sam
You got a black
Marshall?
boot on now, you dickhead.
This is, on debut, Sam
I'm
Marshall.
moving pretty slow.
Unfortunately, on the BWS stat sheet, he hasn't yet.
He just got on. He just got on.
okay.
Yeah, but can you just?
Yeah,
Where's he
you have to
from?
register
He's
disposal. Where is he?
Queensland. Yeah.
John
So
Smith.
he boarded at Melbourne Grammar. Yeah, right.
John Smith, rightio, the game's over. Let's get back to the Nathan stuff.
I'm more than happy to be honest. I would love to go through all my games in the NEAFL
Is the
and
post-
see the teammates that I had at those periods
Is the
of time.
post game just NEAFL chat?
Like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, Brisbane really haven't given us much to talk about them. We can keep wrapping up the Pies, but
So,
Is there any chance you could get the stats up for a NEAFL practice match
No,
in
Dylan.
2018.
Stop it.
NEAFL
No,
practice match.
Dylan.
Swans versus Giants at. It was actually it was before round 1.
So
No,
2018.
Dylan.
It was down round 1.
Sydney.
Because round 1, I'm pretty sure they played against each other.
You can't get stats for AFL practice matches apart from like the last
People
2
put
years.
thumbs up in the chat. Stop, Zoe, stop.
Thumbs
John,
up
stop.
for NEAFL hour.
Says
404.
fire.
Not found.
Damn it. I kicked 4 that day.
So Collingwood are going to go 5-1 to start the season now after losing the first game. Did anyone see this happening apart
Yeah.
from me?
Nah, I knew Collingwood were fine. Who did they lose?
They well, Tom Mitchell hasn't
in
played the whole
July.
season. They haven't had.
You know who was running around in the NEAFL for the Swans when I was there? For the Swans?
Who?
James Rose.
James Rose.
James Bell.
Yeah, Billy.
I hate this.
Nick Newman.
Yeah, knew it.
Nicky
Yep.
James.
There was an Irish guy there that played in
Colin O'Riordan.
Colin O'Riordan.
Yep.
He used to play on me all the time.
He was tough.
Here we go.
Tough
Oh,
guy.
don't read that one. No, don't read that. Don't read that one.
It was a quieter game for Dylan. His first game back after a little hiccup in the pre-season. He had a huge pre-season, one of the best pre-seasons of his career. And it was the first year out for him. It wasn't the Dylan we're used to seeing, but it was good to see him play 4 quarters of footy, which he'll build. That's all right. Starting
Who's
pot.
that one against?
This is 2019 March. So we want 2018. That's the one we're looking for.
I was done by 2019.
Yeah.
But he had a good pre-season.
Yeah, you had a great.
Here we go.
Oh,
This might be the one. Daily Telegraph.
oh, hang
Sydney,
on.
an 11-point win, pre-season clash.
The KO.
Oh, bro, I didn't touch the ball in this game.
Chat.
No, I'm not joking. I did not touch the ball in this game.
All the stats. Here we
Oh,
go.
God.
When's it going to happen?
If this is the one I'm thinking of, I literally didn't get a possession.
There we go.
But did you
Here's
play
that.
your role? There it
Kick-
is.
Kick
Hey, it's
3.
back.
There we go.
Bud Reed Parker.
Oh, my God. Is there any actual stats? Go down.
Player stats. Here
Oh,
we go.
God.
Disposals.
I mustn't even.
Leeds, 8 disposals. It doesn't look like.
Didn't get a game.
I didn't get
Maybe
a
it was a
game.
different one.
The Pracky was.
What are we doing?
Sorry, we're
Sorry.
going through pre-season stats from 2018.
You gotta stop doing this.
Sorry.
Oh,
Got sidetracked.
What are we doing now?
sorry.
Who's a breakout player for the Animals this year, Will?
Breakout, yeah, that's a good shout.
Sorry?
Who's a breakout for the Animals?
Breakout for the Animals.
Is there any new
Any new players?
When are you going to
God,
get Benny
Benny.
down there?
Yeah.
I've said every
Mate,
week.
you're not welcoming him enough.
I'm not welcoming him in, but you can.
Oh,
Mate, he no, but you know what? We've said to him heaps, why don't you just go play for the Animals? He just doesn't.
No, he's waiting for an invite.
Nah.
I've offered him my couch to sleep on so he doesn't have to go back to Geelong.
No, you know what?
I might have to have a game.
Hey.
Willie's spot.
Hey,
It's 9:20, the games.
in the morning.
That's a bit
Yeah.
early for me.
So when I used to play there,
Can Flannas play?
Yeah.
when I used to play there, I lived on
Take
Deacon
Willie's
Res.
spot in the
Oh, yeah.
pockets
Across
for
the
a couple of
road.
weeks.
I'd get out of bed at 9 o'clock and I'd walk down there in my boots and I would not warm up. I'd go straight on. It was the best.
Technically, we've got Nick Butler, Josh Moffat, Adam Baldwin.
Did you play there, Bolts?
No, we've got him
I
signed
might
up.
play a game.
We've got Zach Kanga still signed up. Still got Scott Walton signed up. We've got Nick Butler's brother Richie signed up.
Why is Richie signed up?
Because one of Butsy's conditions last year was if he's going to play, he has to play out of the goal square. He has to have his brother playing, and he wants Moff and Baldy to play.
I'll play.
So I ticked all the boxes, and then he goes, "Oh, it's getting a bit close to when my daughter's going to be born." And
I'll play.
yeah, well, that can be the game where we have to sign an NDNA or not an NDNA, a stat deck because
now I
you've come
wanna
down
play.
from the AFL.
Maybe if I'm getting
Nah, it'd be
dropped, I'll
from
get a
Tura.
clearance.
I'm signed up at Tura.
Oh, true. Well, if you're a Turin Magpie, definitely you can come across.
Sean Miller says, where can I find a NEAFL Giants 43
It's saying like,
You know what?
We understand.
I
that
actually
it's an AFL
don't
player,
know,
we're
and I'm
not
shattered
paying
about
money to play in this game. We had to do that for when Dale Thomas played, and Dale Thomas had to sign to say, I'm not getting paid to play. This is just for fun.
All right, if you pick a weekend to play and I've been dropped that weekend, I'll get a game.
You'll be dropped.
I'll get a 1 game clearance and I'll come across.
We'll try and get a Friday night game.
Me and you in the pig room. Just me and you in the centre, Dyl.
I'll play.
We'll get a Friday night.
I play half back.
You want to play half back? Yeah.
But then we're gonna. Do you know what though? And from somebody who's experiencing it, I don't want to push out any of the thirds.
Nah,
unless you say, listen, it's a media game. Have the week off, lads.
Yeah, well, last week we had.
Zoe Cameron said she's cracked open the spirits and needs more NEAFL chat.
It's like, you know.
What do you want to know? Come on, guys.
Yeah, fire in your NEAFL questions in the chat.
You seen that dude on Facebook and he like.
Anything 2018 or 2019, go through the Gold Coast Suns, Brisbane, Swans, Giants teams. I think they're the only listed teams there were, and throw some names at us.
Can I ask a NEAFL question?
Yeah.
How do the travel conditions differ if you're playing AFL versus NEAFL?
Were you getting like Virgin Airlines when you flew with GWS?
Nah, to be honest,
and then was it like
it's
Rex when you were going to Aspley?
They were like exactly the same. Like you'd get the only one ever that wasn't as good was at. Is this a question or is this no?
Mack just said I hate the NEAFL.
Oh, the only one that wasn't ever as good was we played a game at Mackay once, which is like I don't even know where it is. It's like up in Queensland somewhere, and there's only one hotel, and we're playing Gold Coast Suns, so we were staying at the same hotel as the team, and we were having breakfast together, and there was only one like partition board like between us. So like we're having our team meetings and they're having their team meeting and we're having ours, and we could literally hear each other's team meetings.
A few of them gags where you'd like go right up to the board and go like, we hate Gold Coast, they're a bunch of dickheads.
Oh, we're gonna kick Bucko the ball all the time.
Or they're like, oh, the bus is here, and they're like, you get like, oh no, this isn't this is their bus, and then it was so
oh fuck.
And it was at the airport. Like it was literally at the airport.
Oh, because everything's next to each other in Mackay.
Yeah.
Zoe Cameron's asked, pick one niche NEAFL player that was a star in your eyes, Dylan.
See, he's just going to say a name, and it's not. This isn't. Respect, Zoe. Good question, but it's not going to mean anything to anyone.
And then Christian has also asked, did you have a NEAFL nemesis?
Oh.
Yeah. Connor O'Riordan was like
Colin.
Colin O'Riordan.
It would have been tough to play.
He would
at that level.
And the thing is,
that is a good snag.
He would just play. He would be playing me so tightly, and like the thing that would be really awkward was because there was not many teams in the comp. Like you'd play against them, and then you could play against them the next week. Yeah. And you just had to be like, fucking hell, I got it again. Like it was so awkward.
Yeah.
He was annoying as. But I like good bloke. Still works at the Swans.
Yeah. No, he's
development or something.
Yeah. He's one of the head coaches of our academy.
Yeah. There you go. Very good. Good bloke.
Yeah.
You know how you play against blokes that you go, I hate this bloke, but you know you'd be mates with them if they were on your team?
Yeah.
I love watching Jesse White rip it up in the NEAFL.
I'm trying to think who my favourite NEAFL player was.
Mate, imagine it.
Mitch Morton.
Ed Allen's on the ground. Yeah.
Here he is. He looks nothing like Link.
So much blonder than Link.
And maybe, I reckon if he didn't have a mustache, I'd see it a bit more.
This is an absolute belting.
What a young midfield. Is it Ned Long? Yeah, Ned Long, Ed Allen,
Mason Cox,
and Scott Pendlebury.
Should have gave. That was Ed's free kick.
Don't you, Jack Madgen? Oh, he's going to kick this.
McStay, left the field of play for that one.
Darcy Wilmot, fun fact, he's got the highest winning percentage of anyone in the comp at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 78% win rate.
Wow.
Well, that's going to go down tonight.
That will go down tonight.
It's a good stat there, Flan.
Yeah.
Dyl, favourite NEAFL ground to play on from both ground condition and general atmosphere perspective. So, how...
I can't say there was much atmos, but the best ground, I reckon, one of the most underrated decks is Giant, like NG Stadium.
Yeah.
Amazing field, but playing on the SCG is like beautiful.
Why is NG good?
It's the best like deck I've ever played on. Like the grass and stuff is absolutely
better than the G.
Better than the G's actually. The G's like the best stadium to play, like just because of history, but the deck on it actually isn't that good.
Someone's lost a boot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Jez.
It's muddy, but it gets so much traffic on it. Whereas like we were the only people playing on that ground, and we didn't even train on it. Like you just literally play on it.
Pies are going to be on top after tonight. Could drop down. Brisbane could drop down to 5th by the end of the weekend.
Wow, what are they right now?
They're first right now, but by the end of this game they'll be second, and by the end of the weekend they could be 5th.
That's crazy.
The other ground that's actually amazing too to play, and I loved, is the Gabba. Gabba's such a good deck.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great atmosphere. So loud.
Never been to the Gabba.
Neither.
No, neither.
It's good.
I haven't spent a lot of time over in Queensland.
Zoe Cameron said, "I wish the NEAFL had press conferences."
I agree.
So does Dylan.
Oh, stiff.
That's a good punch.
We can start the post show.
Oh, I could only.
I'm ready.
Watch face.
Let's go now.
Do you know what that is?
Oh, Ben 10.
That's tough.
It's the Omnitrix.
I showed everyone in a meeting at work.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what the fuck is that?
We just want to do it through the pose.
I think we should. Do we have the mics handy? Or not? Nah, let's just do it here. It's fine.
The lapels.
Alright, ready for post show?
Yeah.
Post show.
You hosting, Willy?
Yeah.
Do you have the structure?
I think we just go. Let's link Mack. You get up some comments from
Brizzy fans.
Brizzy.
Mate, I had a pearler of a comment. I need to find that comment, don't I?
Yeah.
The biggest nuffy
Are
comment.
you happy to get some up from Collingwood,
That
Flan?
was unbelievable. Where is that?
Yeah, on their socials. Yep.
Yeah.
They didn't post a half-time one, so...
I reckon Twitter is good as well.
Jeez.
Even just, I'll look up just general Twitter ones.
Just in the world of football, I've just seen a tweet from Tom Morris. The Jamari Ugle-Hagan situation at the kennel is bordering on unsalvageable.
Wow.
Here's what I would do.
Just believe that.
I'd sit Bevo in a room. I'd sit Jamara in the same room. And myself, three of us. I'd lock the door. I'm like, alright guys, let's figure it out.
Let's figure it out.
You reckon they've tried that one?
No one leaves.
I haven't been there.
No one leaves until we come to a resolution.
Bevo's gonna. Well, let's reenact it, sorta. So I'll be myself.
Yeah.
You can be Bevo.
Yeah.
Dyl or Flannas, who wants to be?
I'll stay out of this one.
Be Jamara.
Alright.
Hi Jamara, it's good to finally see you again. Come in. Bevo, you well?
Yeah, do well, thanks, Mack.
Alright, boys. What's going on here? Who wants to start? Bevo?
I actually don't know if I can sit this position as well. Jed Busley already hates me. But
Yeah. Alright, let's move on.
Come on, Flannas.
I want to go to the Swans.
Here's what I'd say. I'd say Jamara, I'm taking it a bit more serious. Hey, Bevo, you're just having fun.
He's having
He's just having some fun,
He's having
alright?
some fun.
He's just being a bit silly. He's a silly guy.
He's a silly kid.
Alright, Jamara.
Oh.
Yeah, you've had some fun. Time to crack in, okay? There'll be plenty of time for that. Now it's footy.
I reckon you just, hands in, run.
Doggies. Bark.
Oh, it's very funny.
Yeah, Bev show comes.
Tomorrow, what are you doing?
Woohoo!
I still want to go to the Swans.
And I feel like that would fix stuff. Sometimes you just
Can we
need
go one more?
Alright,
Post game show in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wilbur.
With 7 minutes 25 left on the clock for the fourth quarter, we've decided to wrap up the game early and say that Collingwood are going to be victors of this game at the Gabba tonight, going 5-1. Brisbane could end up being 5th after tonight's result, with Dyl, Flannas, Mack and myself here. Boys, what have we made of this game? Just Brisbane not rocking up at all for any of it.
I mean, they were bad all night. We were sort of hoping they'd do their halftime stuff that they do.
Yeah.
But they didn't, so...
Fire up, would you? Fuck me.
Well, fuck Dyl, I'd like to hear your side of the story and not talk about the fucking NEAFL Lions.
We're a bit, if you can tell by the tone of our voice, we're a bit tired because we've just had to sit through about 2 hours of NEAFL talk.
Yeah, well, look, to be completely honest, the game hasn't been lighting itself on fire, but I think it was a good start to the game. I think we knew that the Lions were slow starters, and we thought that that this might happen, but I think we thought that the second half was going to be a bit more than it was, Flannas.
I think if you're a Pies fan, you've absolutely loved it.
You're impressed.
They've played some blistering footy from start to finish, and just been, it was a hot contested game that first half, as you said, and the composure of the Pies has shone throughout. Dacos brothers been on fire from start to finish. Sidebottom and Pendlebury have showed their class all night. The tackling pressure from the Pies and just their willingness at the contest has been really impressive. Brisbane have tried to control the game with uncontested marks, haven't done it as well as they probably would have liked. They'd probably be disappointed that they haven't gone as hard at the balls they probably have in previous weeks. Maybe they're a bit tired after a hot game against the Bulldogs over in Norwood, but and an extra day's break for Collingwood. But yeah, Pies have been super impressive.
All right, let's answer this question. Collingwood have got an older list, and we spoke about this a little bit on the stream, but we want a definitive answer now, okay? So say you can take Pendlebury or Sidebottom into next year. Only one of them can get a contract. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Pendles, just because of who he is and what he brings.
And you want him to break the game's record?
Nah, but what he brings on an off-field.
Okay, you reckon Sidebottom doesn't?
I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time at the Collingwood rooms, but...
Sidebottom won in the game against the Bulldogs, and he, arguably won in the game last week against Sydney. Pendles has been brilliant as well, but he's played sparingly. He's been sub. He's 37. I'll probably go with Sidey at the moment, but I want to see Pendles break the game's record. So
yeah, Sidebottom's probably better right now. But
yeah, so you got to give me an answer on this, by the way.
Pendles.
Sidey.
Yeah.
Will?
I'm going with still Sidebottom. I think Pendles, yes, he's been great for all his career, but Sidebottom at this moment is still, I think, technically a little bit younger and providing a little bit more to the team that another teammate couldn't already provide.
Look, I think that the age stuff now isn't as relevant as it was 5 years ago, and we showed that players can play on to age. Like Dane Zorko's 36, he hasn't played well tonight, but people were talking about all Australian form. And it's not about that at all, but I just don't want to see players drop off too much. You've seen what happened with maybe Fife and stuff, and it always stands out to me with Matt Lloyd. People always said, he could have gone on more, and he left on such a high playing really good footy, so I'd go Sidebottom as well. Anyway, what else? Let's go 3, 2, 1 for votes.
Probably...
It's going to be hard to go past
Nicky?
The young Nick Dacos.
Yeah, let's go 3 for him. I think it's there.
Goal on 34.
Yeah.
Very fair to say. I think if I'm correct as well, Josh Dacos has been up there as well.
So how old's Nick and Josh?
Nick's 23,
and
22.
And Josh 26. So they're going to be good for a long time, the boys at Collingwood.
I'll probably have Steele for the two. He's been unreal with the as we said, Brisbane just haven't been as composed as Collingwood, and Steele's been a big part of that calmness.
Oh, geez, you shit him there.
Through traffic.
Get it back, Ed.
When the game's been hot, Steele's been unreal. So he's probably 2 for me.
Sorry, just looking at the last 4 minutes of the game here at the moment while it's washing up, and there's a couple of good things happening, but I think we do go that. Dacos 3, Sidebottom 2. You could almost go Josh Dacos.
Yeah.
1. I had Josh Dacos as my 2 votes, to be honest.
You 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I think he had 20. He's currently got 25 and a goal. He's been playing his role in the side beautifully.
Flannas, you've been talking about Darcy Moore tonight. Don't look at this. But how many possessions do you think Darcy Moore's had?
15.
15? How many possessions Darcy Moore had? Don't look at the possessions. You saw it, so don't look.
I'm not going to say.
20?
4. He's had 4 disposals.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking Darcy Cameron. That's my
okay. Yeah, different guy.
Yeah.
That's 4.
See, I'm not going to call out fantasy, but I feel like he's been all right tonight.
No, that's what I mean.
Like, he's had 16 fantasy points.
1%.
He's had more. I feel like he's had more impact than
he has. He's done some great spoils and coming forward. But Ed Allen, who's just came on, has already had more possessions than him.
Yeah.
I guess we've seen a few 1%ers from him that don't go down as disposals. But
Anyway, we move on from Collingwood. They've got. Have we got any possession in their next 3 games there, Flan? Can we look at who they're playing for the next 3?
I'll quickly get
You
that
get
up.
it up while we move on to Brisbane.
Well, Collingwood have got the Anzac Day game.
Yeah,
next.
huge.
I think that'll be a tough one no matter what, because Essendon will be.
I feel like
firing.
they win that convincingly though. The Anzac Day.
Or do you reckon?
Nah, not on Anzac Day.
I feel like
they're going to beat them by 100. It could be a blowout.
the one last year where Essendon finished 12th or something last year.
No, but they were strong.
It's always a closer game, but they're going to win.
And
remember Essendon was like flying at the start of last year?
This is a huge month for the Pies.
Big month for the Pies, Flan. Let's talk us through it.
Well, they got the Bombers, Anzac Day, and then they got Geelong, Freo away, and then the Crows.
Big
That's
month.
a massive month.
So if they can get 3 out of those 4 wins, or even 4 out of 4, that sets them up for a big.
Well, they're already going to be on top after tonight. Brisbane could slide as low as 5th. They were on top before this game. Collingwood jump into first. Their percentage takes a massive jump too. So they're in prime posse heading into that Anzac Day clash. No one can overtake them in first. So,
huge. Move on to Brisbane. It's been a bit of a dull night for them, but you got to give Collingwood the credit with the game.
Mids have just got smashed.
Yeah. My fantasy boys haven't done a lot, which I'm Supercoach boys.
Will Ashcroft's only had 12.
See, Cam Rayner's had 2 goals, 9 dozzies, but I feel like he's been having a crack tonight.
Yeah, I mean, McCluggage, his last few weeks, he's been having 27s, 28s, 29s. He's had 20 tonight. Dunkley's had a couple of, high 20s, 28s, 29s, 30s. He's only had the 20. Zorks has been having massive games. He's only had the 20.
And McCluggage has been nearly the best Supercoach player in the comp. He's only had 20 as well.
That's it. So, the Pies midfield's absolutely smashed them, following up from beating Sydney's midfield last week.
What about, you said this pre-game as well, Collingwood had 4 players averaging over 20, was it, or 25?
Yeah, I think they had 5 players.
5 players, and then Brisbane had like 10, and none of them have even hit it.
Well, it's the same ones again.
Yeah.
They've gone over 20 for Collingwood, and they've done the job again. So,
Brisbane, I think they'll be okay. They don't need to peak this time of year anyway.
Nah.
Yeah.
You could say it's a blip on the radar, but again, we're round 6 of the season. It's not too crazy. Another spot they did lose the contest as well. In the rucks, Darcy Cameron, 30 hit-outs.
She's on fire.
Big O, only the 17 hit-outs. And then Mason Cox, Chip, pinch hitting in with 7 hit-outs
See,
as
he's
well.
had some... Mason Cox, what do you think about that? He's had some good marks, but missed 2 pretty easy goals.
Yeah.
But not just missed them, sprayed the...
And floating back and giving away a few free kicks. Look, there needs to be that aggressor in the team, and there
you'll
needs
be able to
to
back
be
it up with...
Yeah. Well, I think Craig McRae almost backs him in, and
we heard how big Collingwood's next month is. Brisbane's next month isn't quite as difficult. They've got the Saints, Gold Coast. That Q clash is going to be huge. North, Melbourne. So
they should get them as well.
Yeah,
they should at least
win most of those.
Two out of
3 out of 4, 4 out of 4 really.
Yeah.
There you have it, boys. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and anyone listening, make sure you subscribe to the podcast feed and also the YouTube channel if you listen to us live on stream now. We just hit up 401 subscribers, which is huge. We really, really appreciate it. Stat check will go through, and before we, just after that as well, let's see who's playing next week, because we'll be back here on Thursday night next week as well.
Yep.
Gee whiz.
Stat check.
We've ticked everything off.
Except
but
Zorko.
Unfortunately, Zorko is going to leave us 5 touches short.
Is that the Daft curse?
I think it might be the Daft curse.
Is that a thing?
You've just made up a Daft curse.
Yeah.
But tune in next week to the game that we've got streaming, and it's going to be the D's and the Tigers. Anzac Day Eve, baby.
That is a fire.
I don't think I can make it that week. Actually, I think I
Jesus.
will take the bins out.
That's going to be
box office.
You know what we're going to be talking about on that? I'm going to bring in every NEAFL stat from 2018.
It's going to be a 2-hour NEAFL stream.
So Dill's going to bring in his NEAFL Guernseys, his warm-up tops from the NEAFL. He's going to bring a player in from Broken Hill as well.
It'll be a
He's gonna
Sammy
fly
Lionel
them up.
show, and it'll be the
You know
upset
actually
of the year.
who
It
was
will be.
who played with us in the NEAFL was one of the guys that was on the recruit.
No,
Matty Eagle.
hang on.
No, I used to-
Johan Wagner?
Maybe.
Chris Morland?
I'll have to get the name because there was one from Broken Hill.
I only watched one.
Okay.
I only watched one season of Recruit, and it was the one with.
Do you remember Jordan Trelaw?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan Trelaw, yeah. Yeah.
You know Matty Eagles?
Can you
Or
get up
Eagle?
a photo
What is
of
that? The
Jordan?
guy
Some
from
Eagle, yeah.
Eagle.
Brisbane.
He
Matty
was
Eagles.
playing for the Brisbane NEAFL.
Yeah, well, he
got listed.
he's the only player from the 2 seasons of Recruit to
To get
actually
on.
get AFL.
Yeah, Eggsy
minutes.
does it.
Yeah.
Anyway, have we finished the pod?
Yeah.
I think
Done.
we're fine.
See y'all next
guys.
week.
See you next
Yeah.
week.
See you. Thank you, guys.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Heidelberg. He's a Heidelberg boy. I remember watching this.
He had
No, it
one.
wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was an older guy.
Jordan Trelaw had.
Jordan Trelaw like went to my school.
Oi,
He had
played
one of
nice.
the worst attitudes